me drop this in the Discord. Stall out them pint bottles out Granny crib. I poured so much I ain't want to live. Told money then, shit we in the wind. I was in the hood when I clipped the bin. Since a young nigga I been ready. Went glass house on every Chevy. In this game I tried plenty settings. It's all or nothing. How niggas been. Got sucker niggas keep suckers with them. One of the reasons I ain't fucking with them. Trish taking some more than her. Guess she couldn't even afford a winner. I'm open late, don't need a scale, and it's always over. Sneak wishing well, I double down, slick shit to spell. Shawty know I don't kiss and tell. I'm faded, 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 faded. I'm faded, 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 faded. Hell, I'm faded, 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 faded. Sound about right to me, chat. Sound about right to me, chat. What we doing this morning?
Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube.
Okay. That sound even better.
Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube.
Oh, man. Double tap the screen, shut alive out. What we doing this morning, chat? Double tap the screen, shut alive out. What we doing this morning, chat? New York City has buyer's remorse over MAMDANI. We got Erica Kirk first interview, and we got the longest government shutdown in history. What's up, Najee? Thank you, Najee. What's up, Big Niche? What it do, Rare Breed? What's up, Lori? What we doing, chat? Double tap the screen, shut alive out. We got an action-packed episode, man. I got a bunch of clips, man. We probably won't get to them all on the morning episode. I'm not gonna lie. But the clip, we got a couple clips of the homeless in Portland and Washington. Crazy clips. Actually, we got the president of Mexico being basically groped in public. She was groped in public. Trump would never get touched like that in public, man. I just don't understand how this lady is the president of Mexico and got groped in public. It's crazy. Also, we have right above me the new mayor of Detroit. We got Detroit's new mayor. A lot of people have a lot to say about her, saying that liberal cities always pick the worst mayors. They're saying that she doesn't have a chance. She's inheriting the number one on the worst 50 cities to live. They're saying that media downtown is a facade. It's dangerous everywhere around it. Now, I've never been to Detroit, but I do wish this mayor the best. I mean, a lot of people seems like they're praying on her downfall, and I hope that she does well, actually. I hope that she gets the big three. We'll talk about it in a minute, chat. We got a couple other clips. We got another cheaters camera. We got James O'Keefe, some guy working with Gavin Newsom on his I don't know if he's in the office or a campaign, but basically he's caught on hidden camera talking about how Gavin Newsom is going to funnel this Prop 50 money into his presidential campaign through PACs, and it is not illegal. It is not illegal. We're going to see what's going on there. Also, we have, the hell else do we got, man? Oh, we got the Erica Kirk did her first sit down, I believe, with Jesse Waters over there on Fox News. We got her first sit down over there on Fox News, and we're gonna talk about MAMDANI. Y'all double tap the screen, shut alive out. We are in intro mode. I hope everybody's having a great morning, whether they're on their way to work or just now rolling out of bed. Lala, you got them plain lays ready? We in intro mode. Where that baby go at?
I told my niggas to mark my word, I guarantee that I'm next. I got the arms of a bodybuilder from the way that I flex. Might just hit the strip just to go blow me a check. They know what the fuck I'm on. They say that they got some of the best like Adam Sandler, I'm water boy. I know I'm all in the head. Bad bitch laying in my bed. Wait till I give her a spread. I'm a master with the head. Don't let these social fool you. These niggas broke. I know that they ain't bought it. Ain't got no car but talking shit. Okay, then little walkie talkie. I told that bitch to come home. I ain't got time for no bitch that's healing. Fuck the blood, she called me daddy. And I'm screaming out no D. I'ma make sure that she come. I'ma fuck her good with my tongue. I know the night is still young. So baby, let's get it in. I know just how she like it tonight. She spicy, she added a friend. They ain't identical, but they fuck alike. So in the bed, I call them twin. I call them twin. Bed, I call them twin. Bitch, shoot a shoot. 1 + 1 = 2. What you tryna do? Go back for back, check a swoop for swoop. Either way it go, I'm on. Either way it go, I'm gone. Brody them just got like 100 on 'em and they tryna get them gone. What you call it, wet? What's the name? And he put it in his song. Brody them got the purest product, it's pink. You know this shit is strong. No diddy. I'm the type of nigga that turn my bitch up in each city. Brody cut out, we celebrating, we hit the gritty. I'm feeling like a baby, I'm trying to get that milk up out them titties. It's no question who young and the latest. If you want your bitch, then when she talking, hear her. If I want the bitch, I'm going Pittsburgh. Still her. I keep some on the side, I don't have trust in just the main bitch. Suck me up while I'm driving like damn, I'll die by this lane switch. Shit, different type of free, so we ain't never got a tussle. Throw it back like Miss London, and sum me up like be hustle. Yeah.
Oh man, double tap the screen, shut a live out, chat. We got an action-packed episode, and I don't care if you far left, far right, liberal, conservative, Marxist, fascist, or alien NPC. You can call in and have a conversation with us this morning, man. I got some new papers, chat, and they like the rose gold joint. Y'all see the reflective joint right here, man? That's kind of crazy. It's reflective. But double tap the screen, shut a live out. We got an action-packed episode this morning. You said you low-key hate the song intro. It goes hard. I mean, it's a little rough for the morning show. I'm not gonna lie, chat. It is a little rough for the morning show. But at night, that thing hit different at night, man. Big Niche, thank you, Big Niche. And thank you, Lori, for the donation while the intro was going on. At night, it does hit different. But in the morning, that intro might be a little heavy for the morning show. Not gonna lie, chat. Let's get into it, though, chat. We got a lot of clips to get over, and we got a couple long form. I hope everybody's having a great morning. But I do need y'all to double tap the screen. We chasing 100 likes. Share this video out far and wide. We are facing a shadow ban. So, with the first story we're going to get into is New York City's new mayor, and she's facing a lot of backlash because of this clip right here. She's celebrating. I'm assuming she's celebrating her win. Look like she got a big security guard or somebody around her too. Alright, so I don't see nothing wrong with what she did. A lot of people are really upset with this clip for some reason. They're saying that as if Detroit couldn't get any worse and just things of those sorts. Like I said, man, I'm gonna compare this situation, I guess, to Chicago, like a Brandon Johnson. Like, I hope that she can, turn the city of Detroit around. Kind of like, what's Baltimore's mayor's name? Baltimore mayor pretty much turned that city around, got the crime down. I don't know about the jobs and shit, but he definitely got the crime down. With her, I hope that she can get, because Trump has been talking about Michigan a lot. He's been talking about making America great again, bringing the car industry back. So I wonder, is she gonna work with whoever to get the big three to come back into Detroit? What was it? GM, Chrysler, and Ford? Well, is it? Yeah, GM, Chrysler, and Ford, man. I wonder if she gonna press hard to get, make Detroit great again, get some industry around there. Of course, Detroit is a rough city. I've never been there. I'm only speaking from what I've heard. But I believe even if she does bring business there, chat, when dealing with a city like Detroit, it could be a double-edged sword for her, because if she brings in the business, and what comes with business, it comes more affluent people, more people coming in, buying up, properties. A lot of those properties, I think I seen how many videos with the $1 buildings you can get down there if you just, this is New York City mayor. I meant Detroit mayor. You know what I mean. This Detroit mayor that we talking about. But what I'm saying is, though, those $1 buildings, it'll end up being gentrified. If they do bring a lot of industry back to Detroit, in turn, people are gonna say, "Oh, they're gentrifying Detroit." So it's like a double-edged sword. ChatGPT ranks Detroit as the #1 on the top 50 worst cities to live. ChatGPT has ranked Detroit #1. Like I said, I'm gonna compare it to the situation with Chicago and Brandon Johnson. I wonder how she's gonna handle if Trump comes in trying to get the illegals. I wonder how she's gonna handle that situation as well, if it comes to that. Also, I want to see if she's gonna speak out about bringing the jobs back to Detroit. I don't think Detroit has a high cost of living. Let's see where Detroit ranks on cost of living. Is Detroit ranking cost of living? Let's see where Detroit ranks on cost of living. Detroit ranks 13th among major metropolitan areas for affordability, which is higher than the national average of 100. This ranks Detroit as more affordable than Chicago, Philly, Phoenix, though slightly more expensive than Cleveland, Indianapolis, and St. Louis. So yeah, Detroit's right there in the middle. It's not a really high cost of living, but if they do bring that industry, the cost of living is gonna, go what? A median home costs $71,000 in Detroit. Wait, hold on. How much is a let me see. 71K median home price in Little Rock. Let's compare it to Little Rock. Little Rock got to be cheaper than that. It's no way. Little Rock median home price is 260 bands, and Detroit is 71,000. Like, we talking about Little Rock here now. I'm from Arkansas, Chad, but we talking about Little Rock, bro. I'm just gonna be real. 260 to 280,000 is the median home price in Little Rock, but Detroit is 71K. That is, that just amazed the hell out of me. But how do y'all feel about this clip though, chat? I'm gonna play it again. How do y'all feel about her? I'm assuming she's celebrating her win. Yeah, I mean, she got a little pizzazz, man. She got a little spunk, man. I don't see nothing wrong with it, man. She's celebrating her win, man. I seen MAMDANI with a music video where he had some damn man, you talking about it's a lot of abandoned trap houses in Detroit. It's a lot of abandoned trap houses in Little Rock. It's a lot of abandoned trap houses in Arkansas, period. Chat, we have to get the likes up, man. We need to get the likes up, man. We chasing 100 likes right here. Double tap the screen, please. Double tap the screen. We need to get to 100 likes right quick. Double tapping the screen is how you support the channel for free. You said you feel nothing about the clip. The lady is dancing. You said that dance is an embarrassment. Why is it an embarrassment? That's, you know what I'm saying? I feel like she got a big win, probably the biggest win of her life. Why can't she celebrate it? Keep double tapping that screen for me. You said Arkansas is naturally beautiful. Detroit is clapped out. Depending on where you at in Arkansas, I'm just gonna keep it real. I've been in Arkansas my entire life, and it's some ran down parts of Arkansas. Lord, let me tell you, it's some parts of Arkansas that looks crazy. I'm talking about crazy, bro. But the median home price being $260,000 really surprised me in comparison to Detroit. It didn't surprise me. Like, if we were just talking about median home prices in Little Rock, yeah, I would say, you know what I'm saying, 200K plus, probably 250K. But when I see that Detroit is at 71K, I'm like, damn, well, Little Rock got to be cheaper than Detroit. So that brought me all the way back down to like the 70K mark. And then I look it up and it's like, nah, bro, nah. That's crazy. That is crazy. All right, chat, we're gonna move on into this clip. This right here is it's a longer clip, but this is Gavin Newsom. They're talking about Gavin Newsom could be potentially funneling money from that Prop 50 into his presidential campaign. This is one of those cheaters cameras, bro. Whoever James O'Keefe, bro, whoever this is, the O'Keefe Media Group, bro, they always got somebody undercover, bro. Like, I don't know how wide a range of people. They gotta be outsourcing these damn jobs, bro. It's no way that all of these people are in these different cities undercover talking to these people. They gotta be putting the damn bulletin out. They gotta probably have a private Discord or something like, yo, somebody in LA, I need you to run down and sit with this journalist. Somebody in Philly, I need you, or Virginia, I need you to go talk to Jay Jones's people. Somebody in New York, go talk to MAMDANI's assistant. Like, where does he find these people, bro?
So, for president? I mean, for president. Probably. I don't know that I would vote for him. I'm skeptical of a Democrat from San Francisco running for president. And he seems very lefty, which is why he's doing things like saying trans girls should not be competing in sports. He's trying to appeal, make it look like he's not so bad.
So is he like fundraising for it and stuff like that?
He doesn't have any committees open right now, but that doesn't mean he can't open a committee later.
So he's saying Gavin Newsom is going against the women playing in men's sports so he can look more moderate. He can look more in the center. I also can kind of believe that because I seen him sit down with Bill Clinton. Like, we seen Bill Clinton sit down with Gavin Newsom over there at that conference, and it just kind of reminded me like, okay, that might be the approach that Gavin Newsom's trying to take, you know, a more centrist type of role, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so is he fundraising for anything right now?
For the ballot initiative Prop 50. We're very intentionally gerrymandering.
So if there's any funding left over from that and he decides to run for president, he can transfer that money.
Transfer to a PAC, and then, yeah.
And is that legal?
It is. Wow. Depending how you do it.
Nothing I dislike more than the politician that sits there and lies to you.
Governor Gavin Newsom of California has been all in campaigning for Prop 50. The proposition allows redrawing of district lines in California, potentially breaking up conservative areas and merging them into larger Democrat-leading districts, so GOP votes no longer win seats. Well, in the past...
If I get my property together, I'm thinking about going home for a while to get my property, one of my properties together. Well, I only got, you know what I mean, I ain't got property like that. I ain't rich, chat, you know what I'm saying? I got a little plot of land. But once I get my shit together, you know what I'm saying, I'm probably gonna vote for some regular everyday people like us. Cricket, I probably am. A lot of my classmates, they're around that age to where they're running for office, you know, and they're regular people. Like, I went to school with them. They don't do too much, you know. I've been speaking on them, so I probably will be voting for some regular people, regular everyday people.
Many were speculating if Newsom is running a shadow presidential campaign under this new Prop 50 initiative, but until now we didn't really have any evidence. Newsom appears to have some type of national political endeavor, as even CBS's Bob Costa asked him about his national campaigning in red states.
After the 2026 midterms, you're going to give it serious thought.
Yeah, I'd be lying otherwise. I'd just be lying, and I can't do that.
With Newsom aggressively touting Prop 50 right before he potentially decides to run for the 2028 Democratic nomination, our journalist met with Ross Pike, a director of the California Democratic Party. Pike oversees all of Orange County, Riverside County, and San Diego.
Appreciate that, Anonymous. Right now, I don't got too much. I got to do a bathroom remodel. Got to gut a bathroom out and redo it. And tear down some shit in the backyard and put up another privacy fence. That privacy fence is probably about 20 years old, going on 25 years old. So I'm going to have to put a new privacy fence up, gut that bathroom out, and it'll probably be good to go.
For the Democrat Party of California.
I'm the regional director for the California Democratic Party, and I just finished serving as the acting chair for the San Diego County Democratic Party, which is the second largest Democratic Party in the state of California. So I serve in the number 2 position within the party. I'm the only Democrat and only LGBT person to hold 2 offices simultaneously in the canvassing. And then I just got re-elected this last 2024.
The California Democratic Party's director immediately revealed to the undercover journalist, he did not know that he was being recorded, that Newsom is not only the primary funder of Prop 50, Newsom is acting as its chief salesman, aggressively pushing it to the voters, potentially to later funnel those funds into his 2028 presidential campaign.
So, is he going to run for governor? Newsom. For president? For president. Probably. I don't know what I would vote for. Do you guys know if he's thinking about it? I'm sure. But you don't know. I would be shocked if he did. I'm skeptical of a Democrat from San Francisco running for president. And he sounds very lefty, which is why he's doing things like saying trans girls should not be competing in sports. He's trying to appeal, make it look like he's not so bad. So is he like fundraising for it and stuff like that? He doesn't have any committees open right now, but that doesn't mean he can't open a committee later and transfer money. From where? One account to another account. Like what account? Let's say he opens up a committee that gets him represent, for example. Start fundraising into that, and then once the president transfers the money over to that account. Okay, so is he fundraising for anything right now? For the ballot initiative Prop 50. He is the major So if there's any funding left over from that, and he decides to run for president, he can transfer it and transfer to a PAC, and then and is that legal? It is. Wow. Depending how you do it.
No, there isn't a.
I don't feel any kind of way about Newsom transferring the money. We see money get transferred a lot. I mean, Kamala got all of Biden's money. You know what I'm saying? We see money get transferred a lot. The only thing I have a problem with is I just want him to come out and put that presidential bid out there. Just go and put it out there. One guy already came out in California. I forgot who he was and said he's not gonna run for president. They thought he would, but not run for governor. But I want Newsom to come on out and just say it. Like, just say it, dude. Put in that bid.
On how you do it. What the California director here is suggesting isn't just unethical, it's not allowed under California state law. Law 89519 says surplus
Oh shit, it's not allowed? Damn.
Funds can only be used for very limited purposes. Things like donating to charity, returning the money to donors, or transferring funds to a similar committee. What you cannot do is take that money raised for one campaign or ballot initiative and roll it into a completely different future run, like a presidential campaign. So if Gavin Newsom is bankrolling Prop 50 now with the intention of later transferring that cash into a 2028 presidential bid, as this Democratic Party official suggests, that would be a direct violation of California campaign finance law. As you may have seen on the California campaign trail, Newsom has told voters that Prop 50 is not about redrawing district lines.
Prop 50 is not about drawing lines on a map.
Isn't this the same news?
Double tap the screen for me, chat. We 25 likes. We got to get 25 quick likes in here and 25 quick subscribers, man. We need a quick 25 subs. We go live every single day talking current events, politics, and entertainment. I got you, Anonymous. I got you. You said we need a 13,000 bill. Go Prop 59 now. I don't know what Prop 59 is. I'm not familiar. You say MAMDANI is great. We're going to get into MAMDANI here in a minute.
He hates when a politician, quote, sits there and lies to you?
Nothing I dislike more than the politician that sits there and lies to you.
So the Attorney General is like wait for filing new lawsuits almost every single day. And right now what we're doing is with Proposition 50 is because you hear about how Texas is looking to redistrict their maps. Yeah, I did hear that. So California said, fine, we'll redistrict our maps. Literally what the talking point is fighting fire with fire. So it is gerrymandering in a way, but you're being completely open and honest about it. Like, that is what we're doing. Very much. That's why ours is being voted on by the people. So that's the other thing is as though, yes, we're very intentionally gerrymandering. we're asking the voters for permission. Like, that's pretty much going to be framed as this is a fight back against Trump. Yes, I'm Trump.
Okay, I see.
That's how it's going to be. It's basically just leveling the playing field.
Ross Pike even agreed that the reason for the gerrymandering of California is to ensure Republicans do not hold office ever again.
So, with all that redistricting stuff for gerrymandering, is it going to come to a point where you guys, the goal is to not have any Republicans in office ever in California, period?
Ideally, but I don't think that's possible.
Now, if you were hoping the California Democratic Party's director was focused on helping California citizens, think again. On hidden camera, he proudly bragged about spending party funds to run Spanish language ads teaching illegal immigrants how to avoid ICE, even putting out alerts about where ICE was operating so they could steer clear.
Now, I will say, so when I was chair, what I did is I took a portion of our budget and I ran social media ads that were Spanish on, like, what to do if ICE knocks on your door, things like that. And that's also another thing, is you have to fundraise specifically for that.
So you marketed for people to get resources how to avoid ICE?
How the does he not know he's on hidden camera, bro? Like, listen to the questions. So you marketed for people to get resources on how to avoid ICE? Is Gavin Newsom gonna run? Oh, what kind of account? Which account did he put it in? Oh, is that legal? Like, how the do they not know they're on hidden camera, bro? Like, dude, where have you been your whole life, brother, man?
What do you do if ICE knocks on your door?
And, like, where to avoid them, like, where they'll be and stuff like that?
And, yeah, a lot of promoting, like, oh, there's an ICE raid at the grocery store right now, stay away.
Okay. Well, that's good at least.
We reached out to Gavin Newsom's office, the Democratic Party of California, and Ross Pike for comment. We're waiting to hear back from all parties involved. I doubt they're going to say, you got me, because they never do, but we'll include their comment when we receive it. With the potential 2028 presidential...
They had to be drinking, man. All of these encounters that he catching on camera, I seen a couple of them where the one guy that was talking about F the police, they're civil, they're regular, whatever, they're not important anyway. The Jay Jones guy, like, he had a shot. They were drinking. So I wonder, is that their sauce? They go in there, have lunch with people, get them drunk, and then start pressing them. I think that's what it is. It might be a little alcohol involved.
Coming into the fold, OMG
Allegedly.
investigating and following all leads on this front. And if you're on the inside, please email us, tips@o'keefemediagroup.com or signal 914-491-9395, $100 per hour.
All right, man, we're going to move on. That shit is crazy, bro. That shit is wild, man. I'm not going to cap. All right. What else we got, chat? All right, we're going to move on to the MAMDANI. Let's see what's going on with the MAMDANI. No, matter of fact, before we get to the MAMDANI, I got a clip for y'all, man. Double tap the screen, shut a live out, man. This is crazy. We finna talk about the drug use, bro. Like, this is Portland, man. Portland is crazy. We've been seeing Portland, the battle outside of ICE. They cut down the ICE encampments that they was out there for 140 days with tents and all kind of things like that outside of the ICE facility, but they ended up rounding all of that up. So they cut the power around where the ICE facility was. Of course, the ICE facility had backup generators, but it's just crazy in Portland. I'm not gonna lie. And this clip right here confirmed it for me, bro. Like, I'm sitting here scratching my head, bro. Like, what? That's allegedly, chat. That is allegedly. Allegedly. Yeah, that's some allegedly, man. Now look, the hell is going on, man? Why is he holding on to her like that, man?
See, I going to a seizure. He's going to a seizure. Going straight into a seizure.
Bro, this shit look like it's downtown somewhere, bro. Like, I'm just gonna be real, Chad. Like, this shit is crazy. It's like they not even on a side street, bro. Like, they right in front of something, bro. Like the bus station. I don't know where that. This is insane, bro. I'm gonna keep it real, Chad. In Arkansas, your ass outside like that, you going to jail. I don't care. In Arkansas, I don't know if Portland has private county jails or whatever, maybe they overcrowded or something, man. But in Arkansas, your ass outside like this, you are going to jail. I promise to God, you are going to jail. Man, watch.
Straight to a seat.
And you gonna get charged with whatever they find on your person, man. They gonna pull straight up on you, man, and get to patting you down, man. And when they find whatever little shooter, needle, whatever, your ass getting charged with that, and your ass is going to jail, bro. Yeah, listen, all of this showing out and shit. Now, if they was just getting high and hanging out on the block, you know, that's a different story. But all of this smoking behind on the side and shit where people can see you, all of this falling out, holding on to people outside of that shit, no. Hell nah, man. The county will be full. C-Pod will be overcrowded, man. Everybody will be in that thing detoxing. Because in Arkansas, your ass going to jail outside playing like that. Yeah, they going to jail. In Arkansas, they going to jail like this, bro. Like, now, if they was just all out there hanging out, cool. But how he's holding on to her, he over there smoking his shit, man. Blue light, as soon as they would have rolled by there, they would have hit the lights on him, man. Whoop, whoop, man, they would have jumped out on everybody. And whoever couldn't get it together and shake back like this man that's holding on to her, he would have fell down like that. His ass would have been on the way to the county jail with whatever he had on his person. What's up, Doris? Nah, Lil Rock do look like this, but they don't be doing all that in Lil Rock, man. In Lil Rock, they gonna get the fighting and shooting. Ain't nobody out here falling down, holding on to people like that, man, on the main street. Downtown Lil Rock is a little rough. Don't get me wrong, but you can't tell me that they outside like this downtown Lil Rock, man. Not falling out, holding on to people and shit, man. No, they gonna mind their business. See, the difference is in Lil Rock, man, they gonna get high and going on about their fucking business. That's the difference. Out here, man, all of this loitering, falling out, laid out and shit, man, that shit gonna get clinked the fuck. Soon as Sarah Huckabee hear about it, man, she gonna send them folks over there, man. Now, if they just out there chilling out and not laid the fuck out, falling down and shit, man, yeah, they'll be all right. They gonna get high, going about their fucking business. They know how to move around. But these folks right here be making encampments and, you know what I'm saying, all laid out and shit, ass out. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro, nah. Sarah Huckabee gonna send them folks over there quick, man. Quick. And let's not talk about Hot Springs. Hey, your ass be in Hot Springs like this, you're for sure going to Garland County Jail. Listen, you're in Hot Springs, Arkansas like this, your ass is going to the county because that's a private jail. They for sure finna take your ass to the county in Hot Springs outside like this, man. They waiting on it. They waiting on it. They love having they jail full. All right, man. This is a guy who's talking about the problem in Portland. So we covered what's actually going on, but he's talking about the problem and the solution, what needs to be done in Portland. Let's hear from him.
The homeless population of Portland Metro just increased by 61% in the last 2 years, or thousands of extra homeless people in Portland Metro. Now, our current budget is currently $724 million a year to curb the homeless.
You say, I like talking about jail obsessive. You like listening to it because your ass still here and commenting about it. You like talking about jail. Now what?
That, of course, is now going to yet again increase, which has been doing for the last 30 years. So I've said this and I've said it.
That's what you call a reverse Uno, chat.
Times. If money were the solution, we would have solved it by now. Sorry, there's a fight right there. I have to finish my thoughts in the car. Had to break up a fight about an hour ago. So I just wanted to say, If money were the solution, we would have solved it by now. So we cannot support yet another increase of the homeless budget. What's going to end this crisis once and for all is to change our approach and to have a standardized model that everyone is required to follow to bare minimum prevent the duplication of services, okay? That is how we're going to do it. The 61% increase, absolutely unacceptable, but predictable, because we have changed nothing about the approach for decades. So this came out.
Chat, double tap the screen, shut the live out. We are chasing 100 likes, man. We got to get to 100 likes right quick. I'm going to play this clip again. He's saying 724 million, I believe, came into Portland. And instead of knocking down that homeless problem, it actually increased. And I'm going to give some reasons, I think, for the increase. Because people know that there's funds available. They know that, look, if I want to be on the streets, I need to go somewhere and be on the streets to where I can survive. There was a streamer couple, I forgot what they were streaming on, but they ended up walking. They walked from like a state over, whatever state is next to Oregon, man. They walked, man, like 5 days to get over there so they could be homeless out there and get, you know what I'm saying, get what they needed. You know, that shit is crazy. So when they pouring this money in and more people are coming, they'll get more money. So in turn, more people is just going to go there because people like to hang around people that they are alike, man. They getting high. They're in the lifestyle. They want to be around people that's in the lifestyle, and just so happen they can do it out there without going to jail. They can be on the street. I'm not sure how cold it gets. I ain't never been to Portland, but shit. They getting all that money, so they'll be able to get something, a tent and a damn portable heater.
The homeless population of Portland Metro just increased by 61% in the last 2 years, or thousands of extra homeless people in Portland Metro. Now, our current budget is currently $724 million a year to curb the homeless crisis. That, of course, is now going to yet again increase, which has been doing for the last 30 years. So I've said this, and I've said...
For the last 3 years, they're increasing, and they're about to get ready to increase it again. You says nobody wants to be homeless? Correct. But if they're going to be homeless, they want to be homeless somewhere they can be comfortable homeless, where they can get assistance homeless, where they can get high without any regard for whoever the fuck's walking around homeless. You know what I'm saying? That's where they want to go. And Portland, and some of these other cities are cities that should accommodate those things.
Times. If money were the solution, we would have solved it by now. Sorry, there's a fight right there. I have to finish my thoughts in the car. Had to break up a fight about an hour ago. So I just wanted to say, if money were the solution, we would have solved it by now. So we cannot support yet another increase of the homeless budget. What's going to end this crisis once and for all is to change our approach and to have a standardized model that everyone is required to follow to bare minimum prevent the duplication of services, okay?
Man, we talk about these people are sick, man. I would keep it all the way real with y'all, chat. I was in addiction at one point. I was addicted to opiates specifically, promethazine, codeine, lean, call it what you want. Lean, purple, red, lean. I was addicted to it, and guess what? I'm going to keep it fucking real. I kept getting high because I wanted to get high. And when I wanted to stop getting high, I stopped getting high. Was it easy? No, it wasn't easy. But it was an active decision. Let's just keep it fucking real, man. We grown.
We're going to do it. The 61% increase, absolutely unacceptable, but predictable. Because we have changed nothing about the approach for decades. So what did you expect?
Straight up, man. We grown in here, man. We grown. When I was getting high like that, I wanted to get high like that. And I didn't stop getting high like that until I wanted to stop getting high like that. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. Now, yes, some people are mentally ill. Like the first clip that I showed, that girl that was getting high, that old man that was showing her how to get high or whatever, I believe she was mentally ill. I believe she was mentally ill and got introduced to that. So some people are mentally ill and they get pulled into the streets, but not everybody's mentally ill getting pulled. Motherfuckers getting high because they want to get high. I can't say it no other way. I can't.
came here the way I did because everybody lied to me. Nobody told me the truth. You know, I had to find out myself, and I found out. And when I found out, it's real fucking ugly, man.
What did you find out?
Well, I found out they're putting tranq in fentanyl, and it's killing our youth. I found out about their fentanyl pipeline. I watched them build Amazon. You know, I mean.
Yeah, Portland is not the paradise people think it is.
No, it's not. It's full of terrorism, for sure. With the knowledge that I know, they've made 3 attempts on my life in the past.
You said everyone's not, you're not everyone, idiot. Don't get Martin up out of here. I'm definitely not everyone, Martin, because I can admit it. I can admit that I have a problem. Not everyone can admit that they have a problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to fucking coddle everybody. Some people are going to coddle everybody. You know what I'm saying, Martin? Maybe you're just a coddler. You know what I'm saying? In certain situations, people do need help and mental health, but there are certain situations to where people continually, repeatedly get help, and they would rather just get high and be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So straight up, I'm not finna coddle that shit. It is what it is. When I was getting high, wasn't nobody coddling me. I bought my own lean. And Corey, you said you don't see how people can sip lean if they're not a millionaire. Lean didn't used to be expensive. Lean used to be cheap, Corey. It used to be really cheap.
You know, and that's alarming, being who I am. You know, so I start telling people, if you don't like me, it's because you're doing something wrong. You know, and that seems to stick pretty good. There's no love for thy neighbor anymore.
No love for thy neighbor.
Exactly. You know, and I remind people every day that, you know.
And I am against that. Like them putting shit in the drugs, you know what I'm saying? Putting fentanyl and everything and horse tranq, and I'm not with all of that, man. People, if they gonna get high, man, I would hope that they could get high, you know what I'm saying, with what they planned on getting high with. But no, that's not today's day and age, man. You go out there trying to get a little bit of this, you gonna get a little bit of that and some. Straight up, you're gonna get a little bit of that and some. Alright, chat, I did a video on the channel. I don't think I showed it over here, but it was a fight. I really can't show the fight video right now, but this is after the fight. A Karen just came over here and pressed this dude about the fight, and I want to know how did he handle the situation. Was he wrong? Basically, some people got to fighting that he was streaming around. He's saying that he doesn't know them like that. He just happened to be around. So let's see what's going on.
Your friends?
Nah, they're like just acquaintances. Like, I don't really like know them personally.
So how in the fuck did all that start?
I just overheard like.
Because I just saw you walk away and you're with them.
I mean, I'm not with them, but.
Do you understand? You see that car seat right there where that guy's standing?
Yes, ma'am.
That has 2 babies in it.
Yeah.
Do you know how far they were from it?
They were pretty close. I saw that. Yeah.
Okay, and you just walked away. And I'm sorry, I was not trying to yell at you.
Those are my friends. So
but y'all were all together.
That doesn't make them like my friends or anything. They're just like
okay, so how did that start in front of my kids? I want to know.
I'm only overheard like them talking about like girlfriends. So I think it was like something.
They had a certain girlfriend, or what's going on?
I just overheard them talking about each other's girlfriends. Like she's a bitch, she's that, the girl's this. That's all I really. But it just seemed like it was like petty nonsense.
Why'd you walk away?
Because I'm not trying to get involved with like helping someone to look like I'm like a part of that. I'm not trying to do that. I don't really know them like that, so don't want to.
So all that was on live stream for everyone to see, with you right there as part of that.
I mean, I'm not a part of it, so I'm not like
you're not
yelling.
Like connected to the same channel or anything like that.
No.
Okay, so I was low-key yelling at you.
So see how quickly his career could have took a turn, man. I got the clip. I'm gonna show y'all the clip before the fighting starts. He was out there. 2 streamers end up getting into it. One streamer confronts the other streamer about being about whatever, and the streamer says, look, my girlfriend doesn't stream, and he says something, and he was like, yeah, I hang out with 16-year-olds. So basically he was like, oh, you just admitted to being a PDF. So then they started fighting. He was there recording it, and he's the one getting pressed because when they started fighting, it was some kids around, I assume. I think I got the clip.
I know you probably didn't know it or understand it, but those are my babies.
No, I understand that for sure.
I hope you're not live streaming right now.
I'm not streaming you right now.
Okay, well, those babies came out of my vagina.
Yeah, so
and you want to be half a foot from my babies, sleepy?
Don't say me. I'm not.
Y'all all.
Don't say y'all. I wasn't part of that. I wasn't fighting.
You may not have been, but you all.
I may have.
See, she trying to get a lawsuit. Are you a streamer? Y'all always around my baby. Y'all all. She trying to, you know, bait him into some paper, man. She trying to bait him into some paper, man.
I wasn't part of that.
And you
I didn't know people still smoke cigarettes like that. I'm not gonna lie, chat. I did not know people still smoke cigarettes. The other clip dude was smoking a cigarette too.
Instead of
I'm not a part of that.
stopping the situation,
Why would I
knowing
stop
that
that?
it was going on.
Why would I stop that? It's a fight. Want me to just get punched in the face?
I'm finna quit smoking too, chat. I think that's gonna be my New Year's resolution, man, to quit smoking.
You ever try stopping a fight? People get swung on. I'm not gonna stop a fight if it's nothing involving me or people I know. So if someone has an altercation, why would I stop that? Did you stop the fight? Like, am I supposed to like?
My husband did.
Well,
my husband did for my
your husband's a great guy, but I mean, I'm not gonna stop that. It's not my problem. Like, that's why would I jump
So
in
you're
on that?
videoing all the good stuff, but not the bad
I'm
stuff.
videoing my face, so I'm streaming my face. Like, you can like see my face. It's like it's on me. I'm not streaming no one else. People come and congregate towards me. Like, what am I? How's that my problem? Like, it's not my problem at all. I just hope you understand that, because I mean, I'm sorry that happened to your kids. I would never want that to happen to anyone's kids, but I mean, I'm not gonna like
But you're
jump in on
gonna
the fight.
cower away and walk away in the midst
Yes.
of the situation.
Correct. 'Cause I don't want to.
So now she's saying he's cowarding away and walking away from a fight that had nothing to do with him or anything to do with him. This woman's kids is there. She's trying to implicate him in the fight. He's saying I had nothing to do with it. Then she flips it on him and says, oh, so you coward and you walked away while they were fighting away from my kids. He couldn't have won in this situation. If he would have got in there and broke it up, now he's a part of it. She sues. Now that he walks away, he's a coward and then protect her and her kids. Crazy, 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 bro. When you got a camera on, bro, people will try you.
Problem. Like, it's not my problem at all. I just hope you understand that, because I mean, I'm sorry that happened to your kids. I would never want that to happen to anyone's kids, but I mean, I'm not gonna like
But you're
jump in on
gonna
the fight.
cower away and walk away in the midst
Yes.
of the situation.
Correct. 'Cause I don't want to feel like I'm
being
attached
the
to it.
man who stands up and is like,
No.
hey, motherfucker, go the fuck away from
No,
everybody.
if they were my kids, I would step up, but if they were my kids,
Yeah,
it's
they
more my
were my
situation.
kids, hence the
Yes.
reason my husband
Which is,
stepped
I'm
up.
glad your husband did that, but that's not my kids. It's not my problem. Why would I jump in on that? It seems ridiculous to do that.
Okay, well, whatever the fuck this shit was,
It's okay.
does not need to happen again.
You don't want to be telling me that. Tell that to the other people. Don't tell that to me.
Well,
I'm
how
not
do
doing it.
I get a hold of them?
They're probably
Like,
getting like quarantined right now in jail or something. So I mean,
okay, well, do you know they're like linked to YouTube or whatever?
like I
that
said,
is?
we're not like friends. I don't know them like personally.
Look, she's trying to sue the draws off of everybody involved, bro. Do you know their YouTube? Do you know their links? Do you know anything? She tried to sue the draws off these people.
We were around them. Like,
They
we
were
saw you
around.
leave the
They
bar
were
and
around
come
me.
here.
They were around
Yeah.
me.
For what though?
Dorsey, I went to Bulldog Bash before at Mississippi State. It's their spring game. They be having the parties and shit. I was just talking about that. I've been to Bulldog Bash before.
Step away. You saw me step away back to my chair, and they followed me, right?
After this shit started.
Definitely not.
So,
Definitely not.
Yes.
Because you were at the bar and he asked you to buy him a
No, I
drink.
was not. I was sitting by
No,
my kid's
I mean,
stroller.
before that, you were at the bar. That guy asked you to buy him a drink. And you said, "Fuck no." Did you not?
Exactly, I did.
And then
I
you saw me.
did.
And then you saw me step away from that, go to a chair. So how is that my problem?
No. That was way later, baby.
No,
These
it
were
wasn't.
way later.
I got my drink and I went back to my chair. So how is that my
No,
problem?
when the fight started,
I was in the chair.
I was yelling at you, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean,
because you were walking away from the
Correct,
situation.
as any
You were
normal
grouped
person
in.
should do. Don't say group. They're not my group, so I don't know them.
You're all videoing.
So what does that mean?
On the cruise,
So what does
right
that mean?
there in the smoking
So how does that
section
mean we're in the
where
same
people
group? Did we buy tickets together? We didn't.
Y'all
We
were
like,
all together here.
that's just ridiculous. You're like, what are we talking about here? Like, this is like, we're talking in circles because they're not my group, they're not my friends, so
That's
what are we
okay
doing?
if we're talking in circles, but
It's
the
not.
fact
It's
that you
retarded.
walked
It's like
away
redundant.
instead of
Yes.
like, hey, move the fuck on.
I said stop like 40 times. I'm not going to stop someone. Hey, come over
Is
here,
it on
man.
video? 40 times of you telling them to stop?
Yeah,
Like
it
your
is.
people know that you told them to stop?
Correct.
And they saw this fight going on?
No one saw the fight because you can't
Why
stream
not?
fights. You can't stream fights on Kick where we're on, so you get banned for that.
Drop kick?
Correct. Yes.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay, well, just so you know,
Now, you don't got to tell me anything. Though.
there
I'm
are
not.
babies over there.
That's not my. I'm not fighting. I'm not doing
but
anything.
if
So.
this shit involves
it
fighting
does not involve-
girlfriends, boyfriends,
That's
bullshit,
not my
that
shit.
needs
My
to
shit
go
involves
on
me
somewhere.
eating food, just chilling and exploring
That's
the world.
fine.
So
I'm totally
don't
about
act like
that.
this is involving me
Like,
or none of that stuff. So.
promote
I really
Royal
don't understand what we're
Caribbean
doing
to the best. But at the same day, like,
Sure.
don't be...
Can I borrow your letter? Thank you so much.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he's stressed out. He been trying to light that cigarette for 4 minutes.
Please, like
You gotta tell me that I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not like being a nuisance.
At any,
So there's no reason for you to tell me what I should be doing or not. I'm being cordial and normal as every other human should be. So
I just feel like if they were, we didn't understand if they were your friends or not. But at the end of the day,
But I
feel like
reiterate
you should
to
get
you.
someone to stop.
But I told you they're not my friends. They're not my group. I don't know them. So I'm not gonna stop a fight that I don't know. I feel like it's like not the right thing to do, right?
So, chat, should he have stopped the fight or not? Here goes the altercation. Here goes what happened, man. Damn. I thought that shit was finna change. I thought it was gonna change again. What's going on? What's to him? Y'all double tap the screen, shut the live out chat. We 25 subscribers away from the next sub goal. We go live every single day over here talking entertainment, politics, and current events.
You know me.
Bum ass cigarette, look at that.
You
Bad
know,
as hell, bro.
you know me and you pressed about me.
I've never pressed anything about you.
No, but you're pressed.
So this is the fight that happened. You know what I'm saying? That the guy was saying he was not involved in.
Dude, I don't give a fuck.
When I press you, you're tight.
Please don't touch me.
When I press you, you're actually tight.
Please don't touch me.
When I press you, you're actually tight. When I press you,
All
you're
right,
tight.
Buster.
Please don't touch
Be
me.
my homie, nigga.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
We're homies, bro.
Please don't touch me. I've said
Nigga, I
so many
touched
times.
you 100 times and I'm gonna keep touching you. So what about it?
I've asked you a million times.
I don't
Please
give a
don't
fuck
touch
what
me.
you ask, nigga.
I've asked you to go away. You
I
have
love her
anything
mom.
else?
I love your girlfriend's mom. She's
I
a
know.
whore. Let me tell you this.
No, please don't touch me. I said don't touch me.
No, fuck you, nigga. I'm gonna touch
Fuck you. Don't touch me.
You have to commit
Don't touch
fraud
me.
to live the life I live.
Oh, so you're
You have
you're
to
a criminal.
commit fraud to live the life I live.
You're a
No,
criminal.
you're that stupid. You can't understand the sentence.
Please, I said don't touch me. Where's your girl? You have no girl. You're a fucking.
She's not a
You're
streamer.
hanging out. You're twerking
My girl
on
is not a
16-year-olds,
streamer.
but you have no girl.
Not
you
hang
have
out
no
with
girl.
16-year-olds.
You have no. You hang out with such
That's what you just said.
pedophile. I just got on 4K. You're a fucking pedophile. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. Don't touch me. How many
And I
times
touched you again, nigga.
Stop touching
So
me.
now what? And I touched you again.
Harassment, motherfucker.
Oh, I'm harassing you? You just
harass
did
me.
defamation
You
on my
are
name,
harassing me. You're the one who says
You just did defamation on my name, bitch.
F word. Oh, now you're
I
calling
said
me
I
the F
called
word.
you a bitch.
You call me the F
called
word.
you a bitch.
Get
I
the
called you a
fuck off
bitch.
me, you weirdo.
I called you a
You're
bitch,
a fucking
nigga, so let's
pedophile.
fight.
You're a fucking
So let's go
pedophile.
upstairs and fight,
Fuck
nigga.
you. Fuck.
Let's go
Get
upstairs
the
and
fuck
fight.
out of my face, pussy.
I'm gonna see you later.
You're a pedophile, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Pedophile?
You're a pedophile.
I'm a pedophile.
All right, Chad, we go skip past that.
Sorry, dude. Fuck it. Why are we doing this?
That's all you want to do, bro.
Huh?
That's all you're trying to do.
No, we're done.
Fight.
Yeah, that was crazy. Who was wrong in that situation, chat? Y'all let me know who was wrong in the situation. He was calling him a PDF. He kept putting his arm around him. He was getting ready to go. He called him a PDF again and got on. It went there. You know what I'm saying? It ended up going there, chat. All right, we got a couple more clips, maybe one more clip, and then we'll get into it. All right, chat. Yeah, let's get into it. The MAMDANI. We're going to get into the MAMDANI, and then we'll get into the Erica Kirk. We'll do the Erica Kirk, then we'll get into the MAMDANI. Let's see what Erica Kirk did with the interview, man. Erica Kirk did the interview. Then we'll get into the MAMDANI.
Tonight, Jesse Waters will air his exclusive interview with Erica Kirk.
Every single one of you need to say, God, I am willing. Use me. Use me for your purposes. Liberty is God's idea, not man's idea.
Nobody does what we do at Turning Point USA, but it starts with all of you. This is about saving Western civilization.
Sadly, we just started getting word just a couple of moments ago that Charlie Kirk has been shot. The cries of this...
If you wanted to date, that would be great. I had enough friends. Great time and...
I did not need the job. I said I was fine with consulting with you guys if you needed anything with regard to help. I have plenty of things going on in New York City. He said,
Oh, this a video. I'm trying to hear her talk.
You don't want to just be friends for a little bit.
And I told her I had enough friends and that I didn't want to be friends with her, so that was kind of a non-starter. But if she wanted to date, that would be great. I had enough friends. And I think she still finds that to be very funny, but I meant it.
And I tried to process that on the walk home, and that's when I called my mom. And she was like, oh, are you working with them? Are you going to get a job with them? And I was like, no, but I got a boyfriend. And it was a moment. I literally had to walk home to process everything that just happened because, again, the Lord knew that I needed a man that was going to be so...
Where the hell is the one that's, alright. They broke this shit up in the clips, chat.
You live for those moments when he just walked down and was throwing the hats and students. He loved Gen Z and young people. And there's just this sea of endless crowds of people. You couldn't even see the end. He was throwing out hats, and then it's just, yeah, still processing it.
Sadly, we just started getting word just a couple of moments ago that Charlie Kirk has been shot.
How did you find out Charlie had been shot?
Was at my mom's doctor's appointment. I have my phone and I see the video come in of him flinging out the hats. And I said, Mom, look, it started. So we saw the hats being flung. I put my phone down and it was on silent, so I had no reason to look back at it. I moved my mom. I went back to grab my phone, and that's when Mikey started calling me. He called me within seconds.
I called Erica. I just remember it rang like 3 or 4 times. I didn't know what to say. Those are the words that will change someone's life forever, and you have to be the one to say it. That was the first.
Yeah, Chad, I'm not gonna lie. My cousin passed away, and I had to break the news to his mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was crazy, just having to break the news like that. Your baby not coming home. Like he's not coming home. Like, that was crazy. That was a crazy time. I kind of just blurted it out. You know, like I was just, emotional, and when I ran in the house to tell her, like I seen her in the hallway, boom, I opened the screen door because the front door was closed. I opened the screen door and I just popped in, and I was saying her name, and then when I seen her, she came out the back room and I met her like in the hallway, like boom, in the hallway, and I just blurted it out like, damn, bro, that's crazy.
Ever called her during a campus tour stop.
And so Mikey called me, and I'll never forget him just being like, Charlie's been shot. He's been shot. Get the kids. Get security. Get the kids. Get the kids. He's been shot. I sprinted out of her treatment center and just collapsed in the middle of the parking lot. Called our security. Yeah. Unbelievable nightmare.
The communications director of Turning Point USA has asked our team to give a moment of silence and prayer. And so we are going to do that right now. We're going to pause and offer our prayer. We hope you join along. And to whomever you pray, I hope in this moment that you can pray for Charlie Kirk.
There was a moment there where people thought Charlie would survive.
Mm-hmm. There was so many things going on at that one moment. It was so hard to actually know and hear what was going on because you're getting phone calls in and out, and hindsight, the way the bullet hit him, he died instantaneously.
He was pronounced dead.
He died on the scene. But I'm so glad he didn't suffer. Excuse me. I'm so glad he didn't suffer. No one deserves to suffer. But him, of all people. So he literally blinked and probably thought he was raptured and looked around and was like, where's everybody else? He blinked and he was with the Lord.
And you wanted to see Charlie immediately and came up. Let's do that.
We landed in Utah, went straight to the hospital. When you walked in, everyone was just, it was a scene from the whole.
Thank you, Gito.
Everyone is so rattled to the core. Officers, law enforcement, hospital workers, our team, everyone is just shaken. And we get into the room. One of the law enforcement guys comes in. It's very sweet, but what do you say to someone whose husband just was assassinated so publicly? I said, I've been doing this for 30-some years. He said, I will never tell you that you cannot see your husband. He said, but I, in my professional opinion, think that you should wait to see him.
What it do,
once
Gigi?
he's at the mortuary. Because I don't think you want to see him like this. The room got quiet because half the room knew it's probably a good idea. And the other half of the room was like, there is no way she's listening to you right now. And I responded back to him and I said, with all due respect, sir, I said, I want to see what they did to my husband. And I want to give him a kiss, because I didn't get to give him a kiss this morning. And I said the same thing to the doctor. When the doctor came in, I said, I want to see my husband. He said, I'll make sure that happens. And I did. And I got to see him. And when we walked into that room, he still looks so alive. Because he just, I'm so glad I saw him, because you know this when you see someone pass at the mortuary. They never look the same when they're at the mortuary. They have this awful makeup and they're cold, and he was still warm and his eyes were slightly open. It was so powerful, Jesse. He had this smirk on his face. It was so sweet. He had this smirk on his face where it meant three things to me. First, that he died doing what he loved. Second was that he was at peace. And I gave him a kiss. Gave him a kiss. And then before I left the room, which was one of the hardest moments of my life, was leaving him in that room. Excuse me. I looked at him and I thought to myself, that smirk to me is that look of, you thought you could stop what I've built. You thought that you could end this vision, this movement, this revival. You thought you could do that by murdering me. You got my...
A wig? I didn't think that was a wig.
You get my soul.
What's wrong with her wearing a wig?
You know how many...
If it is a wig, what's wrong with her wearing a wig, though? I'm just saying, I didn't think that was a wig, but it's a little harder for me to tell wigs on white women. But, unless it's colored, bright colored. But, what's wrong with her wearing a wig?
Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years?
Too many. By that time,
the video was everywhere. How do you process that?
I never saw the video. I never will see it. I never want to see it. There's certain things you see in your life that you can never unsee. There's certain things you see in your life that mark your soul forever. I don't want my husband's public assassination to be something I ever see. I don't want my kids to ever see that. And for the people who actually enjoy watching that, which is quite literally sick, what if that was your father? Or your brother or your sister? There's a perspective shift there. We're human. Life is fragile. And there is so much beauty in this world. Why would you waste any portion of your life looking at something so evil?
Charlie was answering a question about trans violence when he was murdered. Do you think that was a coincidence?
I don't believe in coincidences.
Do you think they've caught your husband's killer?
So, something I'm so grateful for is that we have one of the most incredible teams for this case. I would never wish it upon anybody to have to go through what we are going through. To have seen the autopsy report, to have seen the different evidence portions that have been collected. I trust our team.
There's other theories swirling around about Charlie's assassination.
Right.
How does that make you feel?
When everything happened, my phone died and became a black hole. I just didn't turn it on for weeks on end. I've intentionally insulated myself because I need to guard my heart, and I need to be there for my kids, and I need to be there for Turning Point. And what I've realized through all of this is that everyone grieves differently. Everyone is trying to figure out, and I don't blame them, how does this happen? How does somebody become so radicalized where they can justify this in their own head? We just lost one of the greatest voices of our generation. Why? How? What's behind it? Like, everyone's trying to process this. And I respect that. But where my heart is just asking for some grace is for the ones who were there that day.
Nah, Bree, they had an autopsy for Charlie. Utah state law forced an autopsy. They had to conduct an autopsy under Utah state law. They just don't have to release the autopsy. It's up to the family. So it's in Erica's hands on if that autopsy ever comes out.
To relive that every single day. He didn't die in a car accident. He didn't die
Thank
from
you,
cancer.
Leland.
He was assassinated. And the difference between this and previous assassinations in this country is there was no social media. There was no AI. I can tell you how many fake images are out there of all of this. And again, my only request is that just please pray and consider and think about whatever you put online, because it's going to impact his kids in the future. I don't want my kids to go on the internet one day when they're older and see things that it's just, we're all trying to process this in their own way, and I appreciate that. But just some grace would be nice.
Do you feel safe?
I do. What are they going to threaten me with? Going to heaven sooner to be with my husband? And I don't say that to be reckless. I do not. I do not say that because I'm out in the streets like, here I am, come find me. And that's not at all. It's a fearlessness that's rooted in the understanding that I will have my day and my time, whenever that is. When the Lord knows that I've completed my mission. And I'm not afraid. Charlie wasn't afraid either. We never lived in fear. If we did, we wouldn't get anything done. And I can't help run alongside this mission of Turning Point USA and raise my babies with fear. I can't. That's not a life to live for anybody.
What's the hardest part of your day?
The night. Nighttime. Always. I'll tell him about my day. I talk to him all the time. But the nights are the hardest. Being in a bed by yourself. Going over, trying to... Goodnight kiss that's not there. And anyone who's a widow knows what that means. Excuse me. It's so easy to take the little things for granted, but you know what's so interesting? I was thinking about this the other day. It's so easy to be in a position of feeling regret when you lose someone you love. And I tried to read a book by C.S. Lewis because he lost the love of his life. He was only married to her for 4 years. It's called A Grief Absurd. A very hard book to read. Not because it was about grief, but because in the opening pages he talked about how angry he was with God. And I've never felt that. I'm not angry with God. Never have I questioned, why, Lord, are you putting me through this? Why are you testing me? Why are you... God is so good. He's so sovereign. And I know he uses everything. Even what the enemy meant for evil. And I have no regrets. And I think that that's why processing this, for me, is probably different than most, because people say, how can you do all what you do? Because I loved and still love Charlie.
Did you watch the news after the assassination? Because there were some people saying that Charlie deserved to die.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie had it coming.
There's so much beauty in life. I don't know why you would waste your time saying somebody deserves to be publicly executed in front of everyone. That's just... Why would you say that? Again, that could have been your parent, your spouse, your loved one. You think it's funny until it's someone you love? I would just ask them to really reassess their priorities in life if they get a high off of watching someone be murdered.
Jimmy Kimmel lied about your husband's murder and didn't really apologize.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say to Jimmy Kimmel?
Same thing I told Sinclair. They asked, I haven't really told anybody this, so they asked, do you want Jimmy to give you an apology? Do you want to be on a show? How can we make it
What's
right?
up, Lala?
Through our team, I responded. I said, tell them thank you, we received their note. This is not our issue, not our mess. We are grieving, and we have an organization to run. My husband never told people what to say. You do what you think is best and right. Hopefully wish you the best. Never ask someone to give me an apology that they don't genuinely mean. That's between you and the Lord. Say I'm sorry to someone who's grieving. Go right ahead. It's not in your heart, don't do it. I want it. I don't need it.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and...
Alright, chat, we finna move on, man. We finna get into the MAMDANI, see what's going on. I'm finna open up the phone lines as well.
Donald Trump, turn the
I told y'all how I felt about MAMDANI before he even did this rally. Even before he did this rally. Right immediately after MAMDANI won, God asked me my thoughts and opinions and what I felt. I told y'all I felt like MAMDANI's gonna do, it's gonna be about New York for about 6 months, and then it's gonna be to the fighting Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like shit, it might not even have lasted 6 months. It might not even have lasted a day.
If you told me 20 years ago that New York City would elect a mayor who is a Muslim guy, a terrorist sympathizer, who is anti-cop, I would laugh in your face.
Do you believe the NYPD is racist?
Yes! Oh, God.
They called him, they calling that guy right here a bigot. They calling him a bigot, the guy that be on Patrick Bet-David show.
Free buses, freeze the rent, universal child care, all these policies are wildly popular.
All that cool free
I'll
stuff.
respond, yes.
Who's going to pay for it? Who's going to pay for it? Venezuela, Cuba, Soviet Union. Give me an example, and hold on, I'll come with you. I'm all in.
New York will remain a city of immigrants, and as of tonight, led by an immigrant.
Every American that's watching
What's up,
this,
Darky?
don't get it twisted.
Okay, Vinny.
The moment a Democrat comes into power, the border's wide open.
I think the loser last night isn't the Republican Party. It's actually the American people. You were entertained by 2020 and a little bit scared about 2024. 2028 is going to be like The Godfather 2.
For the first time in a long time, Democrats are waking up to that winning feeling. It's not quite a political earthquake, but it's definitely a sizable tremor. And the epicenter is right here in New York City, where I am at the moment. Zohran Mamdani is the newly minted mayor of America's biggest city, and the 34-year-old socialist wasted no time in aiming his firepower at President Donald Trump.
So Donald Trump.
That's crazy. That's how you know Piers Morgan is in his bag, because he's in New York and his studio the quality didn't, damn. What's up with, damn, the camera, I don't know what happened to the camera, chat. But yeah, he's in New York and his studio quality did not change. That's kind of crazy. Okay, there we go. We back. But yeah, y'all see that? Like his studio quality didn't change.
Since I know you're watching, 4 words for you. Turn the volume up.
Well, Mayor Mamdani's socialist program is about to have an uncomfortable brush with reality. The jury is very much out on whether they can really deliver on government-run grocery stores, free buses and free childcare, among many other lavish pledges. But the verdict on his campaigning style is resounding, and Democrats nationally will be taking...
I didn't get a text. I didn't get a text to that number yet. That's the Google number. I didn't get a text yet, Anonymous.
President Trump may call him a crazed communist, but he knows a canny operator when he sees one. Mamdani ran a populist campaign turbocharged by social media, which focused on massive changes to a failing status quo. It's all very familiar to the man currently in the White House. And Mamdani is the first prominent Democrat in what feels like an aged campaign on something other than calling Trump a demonic fascist. So has Mamdani cracked the code for a democratic revival, or could his individual triumph drag the party down a far-left rabbit hole to electoral oblivion? Joining me to debate all this on a massive night in US politics is PBD Podcast Angry Patriot.
What it do?
Hey, morning, Plug. Morning, birthday boy. I'm surprised you up so early.
Shit, my birthday was not today.
No, it was yesterday, right?
Yeah.
You would have had you some of that white lightning in your system, and you would have been out.
Nah, I just took the night off. I recorded videos. I actually still was working last night. I just didn't stream. I recorded videos. I got on the backup channel, the Plugsation Clips channel. Y'all need to go follow that. One of my videos, damn, Dorsey hung up. Long story short, one of my videos coming up on 3,500 views over there. We only got 40 subscribers, but we got a video that's about to pop for probably 4 or 5K. So y'all need to get over there to that Plugsation Clips channel and subscribe. I don't know why Dorsey hung up, but we'll give him a second to call back. But yeah, I took the night off last night to record videos and try to get ahead because I'm trying to get, trying to get the content to you guys. I'm trying to do 3 videos a day, 2 shorts a day, 2 live streams a day on this channel, plus 2 videos, 2 shorts on both the other channels, the Backup and the Debate Nation channel. And we're going to start doing panels. We're going to do panels on this channel on Saturday and Sundays. We're going to do panels. I don't know, man. Dorsey, we gave your ass time. We finna go back to the clip, dude.
Shana, the co-host of Her Take and former Democratic strategist Lindy Lee, the host of Bet News, Mark Lamont Hill. I'm a journalist at The Grey Zone, Aaron Martin.
Hey, sorry about that. Somehow the phone, the call dropped.
Yeah, hell yeah. Go ahead, though.
Okay, the first one is them fiends that was walking downtown, right?
Right.
Okay. In most cities, down south, that's a no-no. No, that would get you picked up.
Yeah, all that's what I was saying. Damn, you gonna keep pushing when you downtown. In the country, you might be getting high doing what you doing, but you ain't gonna just be laid all out hanging on people, man. Nah, you take that shit in the house when you from the south.
Right. And then, okay, you from a small town, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember them old drunks that used to hang out during the 2000? Remember they used to have their little beer, and then they would just go to some abandoned house or farm and go to sleep.
Yeah.
You see where I'm coming from? Okay, that's how you do it tastefully in the South. They be like, hey, go and do your thing, and go on home, right? But see, you looking at the West, okay? The West has always been a homeless haven.
Beach bums and shit.
Right. Especially if you got the complexion, right?
Yeah.
You know where I'm coming from? If you Hispanic or any kind of person of color, they gonna throw your ass in jail for public drunkenness, intoxication, if you got paraphernalia on you and so forth, right? Okay. But see, you have to understand, since the Great Depression, back in the 30s, these people have been coming out west, and then they go live out in the woods. It's called squatters.
Man, I done seen the police pull people over on a bicycle before, man. I done seen police pull people over walking. I don't know how they feel like shit, their ass ain't going to jail coming to Arkansas doing that shit.
Yeah, you can't get away with that. Only place you can get away with it is Louisiana.
Yeah, they'll do it. But that's kind of like the city in Arkansas is not really the city. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's spread out. Like Little Rock is, you know what I'm saying? Like it's gangsta over there, but it's spread out. It's not congested. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna go anywhere. Right. You're not gonna go anywhere where it's just people stacked on top of each other in Arkansas. You just not.
Right. So on the same thing, except here in California, and I'm just saying it from experience, they just lay out in the street. They don't care. And then with the jails being so crowded, the police be like, I ain't got time to, because they're going to let the dude right back out. As soon as he sober up, they're going to let him go. Show up to court, he's going to get a public drunkenness, and the only thing that the judge going to tell him is to take AA classes, right? Okay. That's just for being public drunken. We ain't even talking about drunk drivers.
I'm talking about shit. They gonna go in your pockets and see what's on you, boy. If you got a shooter on you, you got a needle on you, some dope, your ass is gonna have to bond out.
Exactly. Now out here in the West, especially Portland has always had hard times. Even the good times, Portland was hard times. You know where I'm coming from? Because you remember that little thing.
Do y'all got private jails out there?
Huh?
Do y'all got private jails out there?
Private prisons. They don't do jails.
Okay, so we got private prisons and private jails. You know those are traded on the stock exchange, right?
Yeah.
So they're
Along with the phones and everything else. The canteen,
so
all that.
they're incentivized to keep them things full. You know they got a lawsuit out right now. They suing the I believe the states, at least one or two states are getting sued for not having enough people in jail.
Well, see, here in California, let me only speak for Los Angeles. Here in California, the sheriff here we elected, right? His whole family owned the canteen, and they also had a lot of stock in the phone company where you do the collect calls and set up, for So a lot of them had invested in that, and then they went back and did an investigation, and then they sued the family and the sheriffs and so forth because they said that was a conflict of interest. But he made millions and millions of dollars before they challenged him. Coming from, so yeah, hand out needles out here now.
Yeah, they're not handing out no needles in Arkansas for sure.
Yeah, so pretty much
they gonna hand you. I'm gonna tell you what they're gonna give you in Arkansas: some Narcan. They will give your ass some Narcan. That's about it.
Oh yeah, they got the little kid out here. Legitimized addiction out here. You don't go to jail for an addiction. We voted in what's called Prop 103, where you have 3 chances to go to a rehab, and it's funded by the state. And as long as you go ahead and go to the rehab, you won't get a felony conviction. Controlled substance. That nonsense, hey, that should not be allowed. Yes, they should be arrested, and they should. Hey, man, you can't be coming downtown doing this, man. Nah. Just nonsense. Okay? So I agree with you on that part. Hey, have some class about yourself. Take your ass out there onto, an abandoned house. They got trap houses. Go to the trap house and do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the drunks all hung out at the bootlegger. The addicts all hung out at the trap or the smoker's house. It's just like in the South, it's a little bit different, I guess. It's just a little bit different.
Yeah, but see, you got to understand. Every time I say it, people be saying I'm racist, but see, white people think that they just have the freedom to do what the fuck they want to do, wherever they do, whenever they want to do. Let's keep it real. So, you might have went to school with the cop. He know you from the day. Y'all might have played ball together, so he gonna give you a break. Good old boy system. So now I want to move on because I just wanted to bring that up because my whole main point is Charlie Kirk's wife, right? Now, first of all, that one tissue she done had that tissue the whole time of the interview, and she done wiped her eyes at least 200 times, right?
No, there was an actual napkin. There wasn't no tissue. There was like a cloth.
Well, it's still a napkin. It ain't even soggy. It's still crisp.
It's fabric, Dorsey. It's not paper.
So that's a cloth?
Yeah.
If it was a cloth, you would still be able to see the difference between the colors because, when it get wet, you can see where something get wet, just like, when you perspire under your arms, right? And if she was actually touching her, wouldn't it be makeup, mascara, and stuff on it? As many times I got caught for having a woman brush up against me.
Not if it's waterproof.
So she got the good stuff, huh?
I mean, they're millionaires.
Okay, so why ain't her eyes red and puffy? Okay, now understand, when you crying as much as you've been crying now, when you have the puffiness under your eyes, when you have bags under your eyes.
Dorsey, I can't tell people how to grieve. That's one thing. I grieve
I understand this, but I was in the Marine Corps. I've seen many so-called widows was fucking half the base, and the old man got killed in action. Then all of a sudden, she's a grieving widow. But she's sitting right next door. She's sitting right next to his best friend. He got her arms around her and everything.
You ain't gotta go to the military to see that. You can see that right in your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? It happens,
I did. I said that sound like dope boy. That's the baby mama who always crying when dope boy
that shit happens. I mean, it is what it is. You might be reaching. I mean, we don't know what's going on. People do grieve differently. Some people cry a lot. Some people get depressed and withdraw. Some people have a lot of sex. You know, that shit. People grieve differently in different situations.
That's what I'm saying. So she done turned to the freak of the week, and she been giving J.D. Vance that allegedly, I'm sorry, everything allegedly, right? But as a man, my whole thing is, hey, you ain't supposed to be around nobody for at least 6 months. No man's supposed to be in your vicinity. You supposed see back in the day, a woman used to have a little entourage of women to console her, especially if she had some money, right? Her friends would hover around her like, you know.
No, I'm gonna say
like
this, but why do it matter though? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, shit, whether if she down there fucking, you know what I'm saying, she doing the same shit everybody else doing.
Well, don't call yourself no Christian then. Don't fuck up my motherfucking religion by calling yourself a Christian.
I thought
just
you
say,
wasn't a Christian.
I'm a hoe out here in
Nah,
the streets.
Dorsey, now you flip-flopping and shit. You just said you wasn't a Christian 2 weeks
No,
ago.
because
When did you come
understand
to
this, I
Jesus?
didn't twist her arm and say she was a Christian.
You the one said your religion, though, but you just said you wasn't a Christian. Now you a Christian. When did you come in?
No, I'm telling her. Hey, check this out. I'm a follower of the Nazarene, right?
I did.
Okay, so I ain't finna sit up here and play no games with nobody. You see what I'm saying?
Why you ain't had that smoke for TD Jackson?
Ain't nobody twist her arm to get on national
Why
television.
you ain't had that smoke for Creflo Dollar, man?
Hey.
Didn't know nobody. You weren't mad at Creflo Dollar when he wanted that damn plane.
Oh, I was on Creflo Dollar's ass too. TD Jackson. Nigga, you think I give my money to somebody at the church? God don't need your money. He needs your obedience.
So if you think she's, you know what I'm saying, being promiscuous, what difference is then, you know what I'm saying, people, you know.
Hey, come on now. Okay, Plug. All right. I forget. Y'all this generation. I'm from the old school.
I'm just keeping it real now, Dorsey. I'm gonna keep it real. It's a situation to where the shit been normalized. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, it's like shit. If she is out here doing it, you know what I'm saying, that's what I fucking expect. Now, if it's JD Vance, okay, that brings another wrench into the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I done seen this shit.
But see, if she had just stuck to what the, you know, but then it's just like when Marilyn Monroe song Happy Birthday to JFK, right? You're being messy. Caress a man all behind.
And then you act like we didn't see what was going on with the trad wives over there at the TPUSA. You remember they said they was talking about such and such got a black baby and
they being messy.
They was getting fingered in the
in the
lobby in front of teenagers. You know, remember said they was banging everybody in MAGA. You know what I'm saying? So,
STDs.
but now you surprised.
Remember they were talking about the STDs too.
Now you surprised.
No, I ain't surprised. It's just that have some decorum about it. I mean, yeah. Okay,
She not on OnlyFans. She ain't selling no ass. She ain't on OnlyFans. I'm just keeping it real, man. Like, yeah, what she said about JD Vance did stretch it. The hands in the hair, that was a little extra. You know what I'm saying? She probably it's probably one of the first men embraces that she's had. Yeah, that did too damn much. Well, I mean, Trump too. When they did the hug, they showed that where. But what I'm gonna say is this.
So I got
Listen,
question.
Hold on, let me finish. Damn, before you cut me off. So what I'm saying is that I don't understand why it's a big deal. You know, like she is
human.
I don't think she's out here on OnlyFans. Like if she was on OnlyFans, all right. If she just ran to have somebody living in the house, all right. if they caught her out holding hands with a man or something, all right, man. The shit she did, yeah, it was extra. I will say it was a little extra. Like, come on now, what you doing? It's a married man over here. But shit, it didn't.
She was married.
She was with a.
You still married to the nigga? Okay, so this was my question. Did you think that J.D. Vance got a chubby when she rubbed all up on him?
No, man, listen, that shit could be for ratings. It could be for views. If all the world is a stage, it was just this shit a TV show and it was all fake. Now it's, oh, he really passed away and she cheated.
I ain't asked you all that.
Hell no. Let's get into
got
it.
A chubby. That's all
it was
I
just
asked.
a WWE with all the damn lights and shit going off in the big arena.
Okay, now that's the answer I want to hear. Fake ass shit. She a fake. Okay, so if you say, hey, it was all sports entertainment,
I'm saying
or whatever,
that's what you were saying.
whatever.
I just don't get it. I'm just gonna say this now. If somebody moved in the crib, I'll be talking a little different. Like, damn, buddy just fell off in the mansion. You know what I'm saying? He walking around with his black socks on through the house.
Not the black socks, right?
It'll be different. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, the nigga got the Nike shorts and the black.
Straight black socks, ain't nothing on. Man, I'm talking about so comfortable, ain't nothing on. Walking through the crib, straight black socks.
Niggas ain't using no coasters, right?
On the top floor. Yeah, that's how people do. You know what I'm saying? That would be different, like if she moved a man in. But right now, man, it's all speculation. It's conversation.
Hey, I'm being like this, plug. Look, man, if she was part of my family and she pulled that kind of crap, hey, the women folks in my family would be on her ass. I'm just being real. We don't play that in our clan. We don't play that in the Dorsey family. We with the business.
Man, so you ain't now one of your cousins that had somebody die and got to fucking around with the family, in the family.
Oh, no, man, we don't do no shit like that.
A friend.
I mean, come on, cuz. I mean, we have standards. You know, when your
I thought we was gonna keep it
100,
100, Dorsey. I thought we was gonna keep it 100.
I'm keeping it 100. I'm keeping it 100, club.
All right, maybe not in the family,
but
ain't none of your homeboys
but back
did.
to the,
ain't none of your homeboys.
Okay.
Ain't none of your homeboys backdoor one of the homies, man.
Nah, cause I don't get down with dudes like that.
Man, come on, man. You know that shit go on, man. Motherfuckers be
Look,
backdoor.
we have an understanding. There's a billion women in the world, and you ain't got to mess with mine.
Yeah,
now,
I mean that's my thoughts. That's my philosophy. But I'm just saying, Dorsey, you just gave me the vibe like you a fuck on somebody, girl, man. You just gave me the vibe like you a.
Nah, I might do her mama. I might do her
exactly,
sister,
but you would exactly. So you have
no, I
you
said
have
the
no
mama or
morals.
the sister. I
You
went
have
through
no
the wife
morals.
because I had a partner one time, right? I had a partner one time, and his mom used to come on, and I used to tell him, I said, yo, man, your mom, he's Puerto Rican. I said, man, your mom up here. She said she do that with all my friends. I said, what?
See?
Then she called me slipping. I went to her house to get a couple cases of beer for a party, and she had already drank half the case and shit, right? So she caught me, right? She caught me slipping. You know, like the clump. You know how Grandma Clump caught old boy Buddy Love? You know what I'm saying?
Dorsey, I'm not gonna lie. If you banged your partner moms, man, you damn bad, bro.
Wasn't down bad. She was the same age as me. It wasn't my fault she had kids at 13 years of age. That ain't my problem.
So you was hanging out with somebody that was 13 years younger than you?
No, what happened is her name was Veronica. Since she ain't gonna be listening to this, her name was Veronica. They was from New York City. She had twins, Louis and Rob. Me and Rob was real good friends, right? We hung out together like we was like brothers,
I wasn't too
right?
good of friends. You didn't spare his OG.
Look, his sisters used to come on to me. He had 6 sisters. His sisters used to come on to me. The mom used to come on to me. And I used to tell him, I was like, Rob, man, you know, Mom is like doing too much, nigga. You know, he be like, man, that's just how she is. Though she
Right, we supposed to believe you will fuck your homie girl, you will fuck your homie's sister and mother, but not his girl. That's
not
crazy.
his girl, man. That's just, hey, man. If I'm getting the goodies from the left and the right, why would I mess with the center? Because that's my boy. Like I said, we have that kind. I mean, I'm not asking you to understand it. It's just what it is. I run with a different type of crowd. That's my
Dorsey,
buddy.
you fucked
That's
up,
my
bro.
boy.
I'm gonna keep it real. You a fucked up person, bro. You
I don't
fucked up.
matter.
So would you rather would you rather your partner fuck your girlfriend or your mama?
Not my girlfriend, his sister and his mom.
Okay, I'm just asking you. I'm asking you. Would you rather somebody fuck your mom or your girlfriend? If you had a friend and he was like, "Look, bro, your mama trying to fuck
my mom.
Listen,
Fuck my mom now. Don't fuck my girlfriend. You fuck my mom. That's because she a grown ass woman. She pulled that shit. She did that. She did that. Okay, I can't do shit about what my mom do. Right?
Oh
okay.
my god, bro. That's good, bro.
Going
Like
back
I
to
could
the one-
get another.
okay,
I can start another relationship. I could be single and shit, but I could never look at my OG the same, bro, or my partner. Like, damn, bro, you crossed that line, bro. Like,
but he was him. That's why I went to him and told him, like, look, man, your mom is doing too much, nigga.
No.
First time she grabbed my penis and shit was at a barbecue, right?
And I would, man. All right, Dorsey, that's too much. I don't need to know all that. But listen, I would have put my hands on you and talk crazy to her. Got some shit in line.
And that's what I was expecting him to do, to talk crazy. And I didn't want him to put his hands on me. That's why I went to him and told him. I said, yo, man, your mom doing too much, nigga. What's up? She said, oh, she do that all the time. She did that to my friend Magoo also. I'm like, what?
So now, just because he said he did it to his other friends, you just thought it was all ball. You still did not care about your friend, his feelings, or the relationship. You just
didn't care about his brother.
No,
but
you
she
didn't.
caught me slipping, man. She caught me.
didn't.
Oh, okay. But anyway, so now about the dude who got in the dude's ass for calling him a pedophile. Where I come from, that's a serious charge to call some man a pedophile. Now, what happened probably is the white boy saw the brother talking to some of them young girls, because sometimes them 18-year-old girls slip in the bar, sometimes just for the atmosphere and maybe to get a few drinks. The boy saw that he was talking to a young girl, and then he gonna just throw that shit out there. But that girl was in a bar. She was, and her ass was out of bounds if she was underage anyway. So then he gonna try to talk slick out the mouth and call the man a pedophile. The man heard the shit, because you sitting up here recording me, first of all. You're saying this shit and you're trying to put your shit out here in the world talking that shit. Hey man, you fucking up that man's reputation right there. So yeah, I can see where the brother would step up to him and have motherfucking a man-to-man with him. Yeah. Low down shit happens to you. To sit up here and candy coat a goddamn thing. Okay? Now, I understand how you feel. Here know how you feel, right? So, I'm not no disrespect club, so don't take it wrong. But if your mom came on to me, I would say no, because your son would kill me.
I'm just gonna keep it real like this, bro. If it was my partner around my age, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got no business.
No, my friend was younger than me.
Either way, listen, your friend was younger than you. How much younger? 13 years?
Nah, let's see, about maybe 8 years. Because I was in my early 30s. This is just when I had my first, my youngest son.
Yeah, nah, you still can't fuck my mama, bro.
I wouldn't want, hey, check this out. I wouldn't
No, I'm
want
not talking about you. I'm talking about anybody, bro. I'm talking about, nah, bro. Hell nah. I'm sitting here thinking that's like my OG fuck with somebody that, nah, bro. Hell nah.
wasn't the only one she did to it. She did it to another one of our buddies named Dre, but Dre was
If
older
everybody jump off a bridge, is Dorsey gonna jump too?
Well, Dorsey gonna have a bungee cord if I do have to jump off the goddamn bridge.
Yeah.
What they do, I don't
We
know.
learned that in
But
kindergarten.
Dorsey gonna,
I said we learned that in kindergarten.
yeah, that's that old psychology shit your mom tell you. I know. But anyway, what
They
I'm
say
saying
you
is,
grimy,
look, man,
Dorsey.
fuck with older women. Dorsey don't like young women. I'm sorry. Gotta be honest with you. My first son, his mom was 27 years old. I was 17. So we can skip that shit. I don't fuck with young girls. Young girls ain't got no money. Young girls ain't got no good credit scores. Ain't got shit to offer Dorsey because they can't do shit in bed but lay on their back. Now you get with an older woman been around the block, she know what to do. So, y'all can say whatever the fuck y'all want. I don't give a shit. I'm just keeping it 100. Dorsey ain't never gonna pay himself to be no damn angel. I don't give a fuck about what people think about me because I know me. I know what I do and I know what I ain't gonna do. See, I ain't gonna go rob no liquor store.
You gonna
But I
snitch.
sure will go to Dollar Tree and load the motherfucker up with my magic bag. I know I'll do that.
I mean,
Y'all got a
Dorsey, that's
motherfucking-
still
y'all got a
stealing.
man-
It's just,
y'all got a
listen.
man who's the president who's been convicted of motherfucking 36 felonies.
Dorsey. Let's get something correct. You stealing from the Dollar Tree is no different than you stealing from the liquor store, other than it's a calculated risk. That's the only difference. Stealing
means
is
that
stealing, dude.
I got the gun. I got the gun and the man and I'm taking. That's a robbery.
No, you
Shoplifting
said
is a
rob the
different
liquor
thing.
store. I'm talking about stealing from the liquor store.
Oh, no, I don't go to the liquor stores and steal. I go to Dollar Tree.
Yeah, I'm saying people do go to the liquor stores and steal, though.
That's their fault because, understand, that man got a gun. He got a gun.
In Texas, they got a gun at the dollar store. The hell,
They ain't got no damn gun at the dollar store.
Dorsey. I worked at a. I can't even say because listen. I worked at a. How can I? What is it, man? The damn.
You should have been fired because you in violation of company policy.
Listen, shut the hell
Company
up. I
policy
worked at a
says
facility.
that you're not
We'll
supposed to
say
bring
this.
no firearms
We'll say this. I worked at a facility,
You're a bad
bro.
employee, bro.
I worked
You're
at a
bad
facility.
employee,
Hold
bro.
on. Damn. I worked at a facility and I go to the bathroom one day. I see a fire on the motherfucking counter in the bathroom. I'm like, damn, somebody done left they fire in this bitch. Excuse me for cussing y'all. I'm like, damn, somebody done left they fire. So I had a feeling on who it was. So I go tell him, I'm like, man, cause he was Because at my job, we didn't have security. All the other jobs had security. All the other places that was like my job had security, but we didn't have it. So they always told us they expected the men to kind of handle any situation that go on here. And I had told them off the rip, like, look, bro, I'm not here for all that. I'm not here to be a Superman and none of that. I work in the back, so I don't know what y'all expect me to come to the front if some people in here get to chirping. Like, nah. But so I'm assuming that he got that same talk too as shit. Man, that man had his fire in that bitch. You in the South, everybody ain't no telling who got fire on him.
Yeah, well, see, that's the South. We out here in the West, Floyd. Oh, when you sign on to these companies, whether it be a temp agency or whatever, they make it very clear: no firearms or weapons at job sites. But that's just for their security and so forth Now, I know of many, when I was working the telemarketing thing, I know of many of niggas who used to have their fire on them. I used to sit up and laugh, right? So I'm like, hey, we got gangsters out here. We got reformed gangsters out here. So we know that some people is going to be having that heat either on them or in the trunk of their car. Either way. I ain't got no problem with it, because you ain't finna use it on me, because I'm not finna start no shit with you. But at the same time,
you gotta know your damn role out here, man. Everybody ain't playing. That's why I be telling y'all, like in Arkansas, man, them road rage and shits, man, they end really differently. There don't be none of that. Everybody just get in the car and go home, man. That shit end up, it goes somewhere.
Yeah, it goes real quick. Same thing in Mississippi. Right? So I had a partner got shot in the chest in Leland, Mississippi. Messing with a girl, and her boyfriend showed up. My friend was like 6'3", real muscular. His name was Teddy. Oh man, old boy popped him in the chest. And luckily for Teddy, that he had a lot of because he worked out, he had a lot of muscle density. That's the only thing that kept him from dying. Okay, so like I'm saying, we all off the subject. Okay, but anyway, like I said, Charlie Clerk woman she out of bounds. That's all I got to say. Now for the guy who called the brother a pedophile, you insulted the man. The man called you on your shit. The man touched you because he wanted you to fight. You wouldn't fight back. See, a pussy ass nigga will go ahead and talk that shit, but then when it get time to back it up, now all of a sudden you're timid. The words have repercussions. Because when he called the man the B word, he called the man all kind of, but the man thought that because he said the P word that he wasn't gonna face that wrath. Brother went to him, gave him the opportunity, and then when he seen he wasn't do anything, he smacked the crap out of him. Folks was like, hey, break it up. But the man was wrong for saying that old silly shit. Okay? I mean, I'm just keeping it real.
Okay.
And and like I said, you know, the thing with MAMDANI, and that's another something I'm gonna bring up. Look, MAMDANI gonna play it close. He gonna be the perfect mayor for the first 4 years. Can get reelected. Then once you get reelected, then that's when you start taking the bribes. You tell them, look, man, the people love me. Now, if you want me to do some things for you, pay me. Now that's how you see. What's his name? Adams. Adams didn't know how to do it right. You see what I'm saying? That's why he didn't get reelected. He didn't know how to do it right. He ain't have no decorum to it. MAMDANI is different. He a different breed, bro. He's a new politician. You know how, like, you know, you have a new, you know, like Kobe Bryant was a new type of athlete, right? Uh-huh. Michael Jordan was a new type of athlete, right? Uh-huh. MAMDANI is a new type of politician. Handing out gifts. He's like Caesar. Boom. I'm blessing y'all with free bus passes. Boom. I'm blessing y'all with free babysitting. You see, and I wouldn't be surprised if the babysitting don't be 24/7. So people have to work at night too. So if he's pulling stuff like that, then guess what? He creating jobs. He creating jobs. That's what, especially for the women. You know, babysitting and do they have this little program? Did they have the program in Florida that a woman could open her house up and start a babysitting, a daycare center?
Something like that. You know, I know Arizona got free child care,
right?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's so. But look, don't it take a lot of pressure off of you knowing that, hey, you can go ahead and pay the light bill rather than spending it on the babysitter? That you can go out there and get some things done, pay your car note, get car insurance, because you ain't got to pay $400 a week for babysitting your kid? Now that, I mean, that's socialism. That's not communism. That's socialism. Okay? There's a difference. So he's going to bring these progressive ideas because he's going to say, hey, this is the only way we can. So, look, if I let you ride the bus and the subway for free, that means less cops got to be around in order to patrol if people jump in the gate, right? Now the cops can be on the platform paying attention to people getting pushed off the platform rather than hanging around by the toll gate trying to see. Now here in Los Angeles, they starting to outsource it because at first they had the sheriffs doing it. They got private security companies doing it, and that's for the Olympics and so forth. So, I mean, you know, this is from my opinion, this is my point of view, right? But like I said, we have new times, man. It's 2025 going on 26. People are really, really agitated with the way politicians are doing things and the way government is now shirking on all its responsibilities. You can't give somebody something and then take it away and then don't think that they're gonna have some hard feelings about it, right? No, he's still there. That's what I have to say. Hey, drop the mic, Kaloum. Bye.
Dorsey, you hung up? Dorsey hung up, yeah. Damn, I can't even make me a little breakfast sandwich without Dorsey wanting to get off the damn phone, man. All right, Chad, we finna get back into this clip.
Panel. Let me start with you, Vinny. You must be absolutely delighted that a self-declared socialist is now in charge of New York City.
Oh, Piers, being originally from Yonkers, New York, it's just it's overwhelmingly just happy. Piers, if you told me, Piers Morgan told Vincent Oshana 20 years ago that New York City would elect a mayor who is a Muslim guy, who is a terrorist sympathizer, who is anti-cop, who literally took a photo with a co-conspirator of the first World Trade bombing, Piers, I would laugh in your face. But guess what? The joke is on me. And I'm telling you right now, Piers, it's almost as if The Dark Knight, the movie, Bane is there. Bane is going to be MAMDANI, and you wait to see what he's going to do to this city. Okay? And Piers, let me back up a little bit. Shame on the Republicans, first and foremost. They couldn't pick one good, energetic, pro-American patriot to run. No offense to Curtis Silva, but he's too old. He's too boring. All right? The campaign was horrible. Piers, and guess what? No American's going to vote for a guy with a red beret. I'm sorry. That's number one. Number two, Democrats. All they had to put up to go against this guy, Piers, was a failed mayor, Eric Adams, who made it a sanctuary city, brought in all the illegals, crime went up, gave them money, gave them credit cards, put them in hotels, and then was like, whoops, I'm sorry I made a mistake. It was the Democrat leadership that made me do it. Cut to Andrew Cuomo, okay? Talk about a governor that failed. The alleged sex scandal, whatever you want to call it, and then he killed how many thousands of poor old grandmothers and grandfathers did he kill in New York? And guess when he apologized, Piers? Not 2 years after, not 3 years, the day of the election, he goes, I'm sorry, I messed up, all right? Which is absolutely horseshit. And I'm sorry for my language, Piers, but New York is going to get a taste of their medicine. I hate to say it, Piers, but sometimes you got to let the kid touch the iron and let him burn himself until he learns his lesson, and they're going to learn their lesson in about 1 or 2 years. You'll see, Piers.
Like I thought, you're jubilant about what's happened. Let me go to Aramata. You were making a few expressions there as Vinny was unleashing. I mean, from my point of view, it's very interesting because you've got results last night which overall a lot of wins for the Democrats, obviously, which is a good thing if you're a Democrat supporter. But two very distinct types of win. You've got the moderates winning, and then you've got MAMDANI winning in New York, who's a self-declared socialist. These are very different pathways for the party to go. Many people feel that it's going to be problematic to have someone like MAMDANI, who is incredibly charismatic, rapidly become...
Call from
Dorsey.
Dude, what's up?
Hey, I didn't mean to hang up, but I didn't hear you, so I was like, I thought my phone was messed up or something.
Man, I'm cooking a breakfast sandwich, nigga. Damn, I'm hungry.
Well, just tell me. Hey, just tell him. Just say, Dorsey, go ahead and say what you got. I'll be back in a minute. Then that way I won't think, we done broke off. I mean, I ain't telling you how to run your shit, but, But as far as, I understand that some of you guys got different standards than Dorsey, but you got to understand I'm a 63-year-old grown man, okay? Responsibility and accountability for everything I've done. So I can't say what you would do because I don't know you. I can only tell you what I would do. Okay? So, I heard all that, shades of gray and all this shit. No, it wasn't no shades of gray where I come from. It's either black or white, good or bad. Now, I understand this is a new time. Y'all got new ways of doing things. But at the same time, you can't pull that bullshit with your woman. She look at shit in black and white. You can't pull that shit with your parents because they look at that shit as black and white. So when y'all come up here, this new generation, when y'all come with all these damn excuses of why you did shit, hey man, we ain't trying to hear that shit. Just fooling yourself.
I don't play games with the truth. Listen, man, I'm in here making me a damn breakfast sandwich, man. I got that damn thick cut applewood, man, on that everything bagel with a fried egg, man.
Exactly. See, that's why I can respect Club.
And a slice of cheese.
Right. He ain't finna go to McDonald's. He gonna do it at Mac Clubs. Okay? Just like McDonald's. My girl be like, eat cheap. Well, you never don't want to go out to eat. I'm like, because I cook better here. Shit. And it's cheaper. And it tastes better.
It tastes way better.
Tastes way better. She talking about why don't you guys
they said the Bible says tithe.
Huh?
They said the Bible says you're supposed to tithe. You was talking about tithe.
Hey, check this out. The Bible also says we supposed to stone homosexuals. I don't see y'all niggas doing that neither, huh? Okay, so guess what? Don't come to me about no tithe shit.
Here we go.
Okay, so don't come. I'm the follower of the Nazarene. I don't remember Jesus handing out a cup at all. When did Jesus say, "Hey, bless the hat"? When he say that? Bless the hat. When he said that? Okay, I don't remember seeing that in the Bible. So where y'all come from, I do see where he said the woman who gave her last pennies to go to the temple, he said she is of greater faith than those who were rich and giving up thousands of dollars, because God don't want your money, he wants your obedience. So all that, still get blessings. I'm still here. God bless me every day. Just don't know. I understand some of y'all out there from all around. And I'll shout out to all the people from the SIP, American 40. I see you out there. And then Buster. At first I thought it was H Buster, but we got another Buster in the line. Hey, welcome to the family, man. Retarded uncle that nobody want to fuck with, but everybody want to come over my house to have a good time. Yeah.
Ain't nobody coming over there.
Huh?
Ain't nobody coming over there.
Hey, man, everybody come over to the Dorsey's, man. Everybody used to say that shit. They wait till their girl is gone, then they say, "Hey, Dorsey, I'm going to come over there, man. You don't want to hang out?" Like, yeah, nigga, come on. Let's go and get on this motherfucking Xbox and play some ball or something, right? So I understand. My boys used to, okay, plug, I'm being 100. I used to have an open relationship with my baby mama, right? For 7 years, right? She came to me with that bullshit. I didn't.
Oh my God, Dorsey, listen, Dorsey. Go ahead,
And so
finish
my
the
boys'
story.
wives used to get mad. They'd be like, Jesse got an open relationship with his woman and have an open relationship. And I'm like, Dorsey didn't do a damn thing but mind his business and take care of his son.
So
like
y'all was
supposed to, right?
swinging. Was she bringing other men around?
Bringing other men around? No, we had a system. Friday, Saturday, like she would get a Friday night to go out, tell your ass home before 5 o'clock before the sun come up. Don't let these kids see you tramping your ass in here at no 5 o'clock, right? So I had to live under the same rules, right? I used to stick to the rules because I'm like, hell, I get to do whatever the fuck I want.
So
I'm
y'all
not
was just
finna fuck this up.
y'all was just splitting the rent.
That's basically it. We taking care of these kids because I'm here for my son. I told her I don't love you, I don't trust you, because see what happened, plug. I'm making it 100. I met her through a friend, right? This chick named Joyce, you know, and my baby mama didn't tell me she was married and living with a motherfucker, with her husband. I thought she was single. 2 weeks into the little relationship, then she want to come tell me, oh, Dorothy, we can be together now. I got rid of my husband. I'm like, what? You was married? Oh, fuck, right? So I'm like, oh, hell no. So I told her, I can't fuck with you, right? We broke up, but then, 8 weeks later, she come back talking about she pregnant. So I'm like, oh, man, fuck. I didn't want to stress her out because if a kid mine, I don't want none of that negative, hormones going into my kids. So I said, well, we'll just see how this shit work out. Lo and behold, she had the baby. The baby looked just like me. I'm like, okay. So I ain't say I was stuck. Say, hey, I want to be there to help contribute and father my son. So I went to Glendale Community College, took up child development classes. That's how I became a preschool teacher. So I put my time in with my son. I also put time in with her daughter. Her daughter wanted me to call her daddy, and I said, nope, you only got one father, and I'm not going to disrespect that man by having that. A white daddy, and that's just the way it is. You can call me Dorsey, and I'll do everything for you, but I ain't your daddy. Let's get that shit straight. So we went 7 years. I used to date trolls, leprechauns, and gargoyles, right? She was like, why you? I said, because if I get with a woman that's fine, I'm probably going to leave you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have these women finance my lifestyle. It's going to kill. No money out, all money in. That was my motto. And that's the truth. Well, that's the way I roll. I ain't never cheated on none of my wives. Two. Right here at the house. For free. Why would I go out there and spend money on women when I can get what I need for free? Because understand, they got to go through a rigorous, they got to be vetted, they got to be all of that. Your credit card score got to be immaculate. 700. I don't fuck with nobody unless they on the 700 or above. And that's just real. Y'all can call me whatever the fuck y'all want to call me. I'll tell you in your face, I am a cornflake gigolo. Don't fuck around. So that's how Dorsey rolls. And Dorsey ain't no cheater. Don't fuck with young girls. Dorsey like older women. Now that I'm older, I do go younger, 10 years, like they got to be in their 50s and all that or something. But other than that, nah, man, I got better shit to do with my life. You understand, plug? making that sandwich. Like I said, to the guys out there in the SIP, West Point, yeah, we used to play y'all, Starkville High, nigga, the Yellow Jackets. We used to play football against you niggas. And then over there, Buster, not Buster, but Darking 40, yeah, I know where you live too. And Louisville got a casino, the Indian casino, so I already know about that. And I used to live in Stark, Vegas, like Starkville. In 2015, Mississippi State was number one for like what, 4 weeks. Then they started losing to Alabama, and then that's when they dropped in the rankings. So yeah, I was out there partying like the big boys. My whole thing is, hey, I live a good life. I go where I want. I want to live in Florida, I move to Florida. If I want to live in New Orleans, I move to New Orleans. Whether I move to California, I live in California. I do what I want to do because I'm grown. I don't ask nobody to pay my bills. I pay my own way in life. Credit cards, I deal strictly in cash. That's where I come from. Cash is king. Now, all the other people, hey, I'm sure y'all have various stages in your life where y'all still trying to figure shit out. But by this time, I've been on this earth all this time. You don't think I ain't learned nothing in this motherfucker? You don't think I don't know how to use shortcuts to get around bullshit? You don't think I ain't no slick, fast talker? One of my favorite shows back in the 70s was Sonny Spoon. He was a con artist, right? And he was slick talking his way out of every damn situation. Same way. And you think I'm going to sit up here and stress out because Donald Trump playing games? Hell no. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to make the magic bags, and you too can learn how to make a magic bag on Freddie Dorsey's YouTube channel. I'm in beautiful downtown Topanga Canyon Mall, okay? So Dorsey have a good life. Y'all can't tell me nothing about what I do because y'all don't pay my bills. Okay? So, pay my bills, so I'm the one who pay for everything. So guess what? I don't care what y'all say. I live in California. California A. And I know the real. I keep it 100 with y'all. I ain't sitting up here trying to act like I'm the Pope. I keep it like, hey, this is what is really going to happen, and this is how it go down. Now, for you people that's married and want to live the Christian life, hey, God bless you, and you have a great day. Niggas who don't even know how to read the Bible, who ain't even touched the Bible, ain't been to church, tell me how to live my shit. You live your life. Like I said, ain't no way in that motherfucking Bible is Jesus talking about pass the hat. I don't remember not one time. In fact, Jesus used to hang out with the tax collectors, the hoes, and they used to sit up in the tavern drinking wine. That good shit. In fact, Jesus used to make his own wine. So y'all need to stop being hypocrites, just like Charlie Kirk White. Stop running around here talking about how Christian you is when you know you damn well you the devil. Well, you still on that damn sandwich? Man. So, I am not going to vote for Kamala Harris. I am going to vote for Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom, 2028. And if Trump decides to run for a third term, Obama jump in the ring, I'm voting for Obama. Y'all can say whatever y'all want. Never active in politics. I've been active in politics all my life. I was marching civil rights since I was 5 years old. Medgar Evers, Ole Miss. And for that young man talking about, who is that, Horsey Honey, or whatever it is, yeah, my mom got her master's degree at Ole Miss. 1968. Yeah. I used to sleep in the women's dorm at Ole Miss. That's how I got hooked on white women. And them bras and them draws. I was like, ooh. Yeah, I mean, be one of them. So my mom didn't understand where I got this little fetish from. But then I tell my mom, you should have moved me into no white neighborhood. How y'all gonna talk about being pro-black and then you moving up under these white folks? That sounds stupid. If you so pro-black, stay your ass in the black neighborhood and fix up the
All right,
neighborhood.
Dorsey, we finna move on, man. I got my sandwich together.
Thank you, man, because I was getting tired. Shit.
Yeah, all right, Dorsey.
Get your sandwich. And this is the greatest damn show on YouTube. Somebody call in and put me in check. I dare you.
Dorsey funny as hell. All right, man. Trump finna get ready to talk. It ain't started yet. Trump ain't started talking yet.
The face of the party, but a bit like with AOC and the others on the left, in a general election, highly unlikely to succeed with that kind of agenda. What do you think?
Well, of New York showed that MAMDANI is in touch with the grassroots of the Democratic Party and the majority of the country. If we can get past the fear-mongering that we heard from Benny about MAMDANI being a terrorist sympathizer and all the other smears that are used to dismiss a progressive agenda, he's not. He's just someone who believes that Palestinians are equal human beings. And for people devoted to the state of Israel, they can't understand that concept because they're Jewish supremacists, or they've internalized Jewish supremacy. But everybody else understands that in this era of Democrats and Republicans supporting a genocide, supporting an assault on working people, someone like MAMDANI is a reasonable alternative. Yes, he calls himself a democratic socialist. Look at his policies. They're incredibly moderate. He wants to establish free buses for working people. He wants to freeze the rent in rent-stabilized apartments. He wants to provide universal child care. All these policies are wildly popular. The difference is, and what's radical about him, is that he's centering working people. He's talking about issues that actually impact average people's lives. Donald Trump promised to do all the things that MAMDANI has talked about, but he hasn't. He's just delivered for his billionaire backers and the cabinet that backs them up. So MAMDANI, unlike everybody else pretty much in U.S. politics, with some exception, is actually speaking to average people's needs, including on the issue of Israel-Palestine, where people were just fed up with both parties supporting genocide in Gaza.
Okay, Mark Lamont Hill.
Aaron, if you don't mind me, Piers, can I just say one thing?
Quickly,
Aaron, did he not take a photo with the co-conspirator of the first World Trade bombing? Did he not take a photo with that? Hold on, smiling, and I'm pretty sure you didn't say anything. And all that stuff that you said, all that cool free stuff.
Respond, yes.
Who's going to pay for it? Who's going to pay for it? Who is going to pay for it? I'm just curious. By the way, and show me one time that this has worked. Venezuela, Cuba, Soviet Union. Give me an example. Give me a case study. And hold on. Don't smile. I'll come with you. I'm all in. Show me when it worked, and I'll buy it. I'll buy it. Go ahead.
Okay.
Give it to me.
To answer your questions in order, in the course of campaigning, where candidates take pictures with literally thousands of people, he appeared in one photo with someone who was identified as an unindicted co-conspirator in a bombing he was never even charged for. So yes, people take photo ops all the time.
Yeah. Unindicted meaning what? He was in the room.
Excuse
me. Give me a break, bro.
Thank you, Big Nate.
That's not what that means. Andrew Cuomo is taking pictures with actual war criminals, unlike Zoran Mamdani, who rejects the endorsement of war criminals. In terms of how he's going to pay for it, he's already said he's going to tax the ultra wealthy a little bit more, who already make all the money in the world. That's who he's going to pay for his popular social programs. He's not proposing anything like we've seen in Cuba.
They're all leaving. And guess who's leaving? Guess who the mass exodus is going to be? Guess who the mass... And just out of curiosity, they're going to leave. Hold on, you know what you're not talking about? Who is going to come to New York? Who's going to come to New York? He wants to let people out of prisons. Okay, think about it. He wants to give away free stuff. Hold on, and he's pro-illegal. What the hell's going to happen to New York? You're missing the whole point. People are talking about the mass exodus.
People like you want to... Hey, listen, people like you want to give away free stuff to foreign governments like Israel to slaughter innocent civilians. When have I ever said I'm pro-Israel?
When have I ever said that?
Listen,
don't put words in my mouth.
By
okay?
adopting
I pray for the
smears.
innocent. I pray for the innocent women and children of Palestine. Don't put words in my mouth, because Aaron, you don't know me, but I know this spiel. And you have to bring up Donald Trump. You always, and this is the problem, Piers, why these people have no leaders, no vision, no message, because for 8 years, you've been saying Trump, Trump, and when the dust settles, you have nobody. You guys hired...
What did you do, DT?
Time out, guys, time out. I want to bring in, we've got 2 other panel members. I want to bring them in. Martin Lamont Hill, you know, here are the things about MAMDANI which I like. He's very charismatic. He's got a very clear identity, I think, about what he stands for. He's an unashamed socialist, so he just says, this is what I am. There's something admirable about someone who says, these are my political colours. That's fine. I may not agree with him. He's an Arsenal fan, a very big Arsenal fan. He's been talking about it this morning. So he's clearly got immaculate taste when it comes to his football teams. But here's the issue, isn't it, Mark? For the party, I think, it's if he turns out to be a massive success in New York, hallelujah, he might be the guy who ends up becoming the president, right? And the Democrat superstar. Here he is now in charge of the biggest city in the country on a very socialist agenda of giving all this stuff away. We've kind of seen a parallel for this in the UK with the Labour government, who got swept in over a year ago with a massive majority, and it's already crumbling at the seams. They're about to launch a massive tax raid on pretty much everybody. They're incredibly unpopular, and it's all gone pear-shaped very, very quickly. If that happens with MAMDANI in New York, conversely, it becomes a referendum on the Democrats that their big star turned out to be, you know, a wolf in sheep's clothing. When was the last time you truly trusted the seafood you brought home? I used to second-guess everything: nutrition, taste, sustainability, and provenance, until I found Wild Alaskan Company. And I'm thrilled to say they're now sponsoring this show. Wild Alaskan delivers wild-caught, perfectly portioned seafood directly to your door. No antibiotics, no additives, just clean, nutrient-rich fish which support healthy oceans and happy fishing communities. Their fish is frozen right off the boat to lock in taste and nutrients like omega-3s. They offer a flexible membership which makes it easy to keep your freezer stocked with seafood you can really feel great about. And with a 100% money-back guarantee, there's no risk, there's quality seafood you can trust, all sourced from Alaska.
Piers.
Not all fish are the same.
Wow, that wolf in sheep's clothing would be a bit of a leap, even if he were somehow not successful. But I think that there are a few issues on the table here. One, we continue to call him a socialist. And I think it's important to reiterate that he identifies as a democratic socialist, right? And there are different types of socialism, and democratic socialism does not support the abolition of private property. It is not saying that there's no democratic elections. Many of the kind of boogeyman references that are made to socialism don't apply to Mamdani's vision or his self-identification any more than it does to AOC or any more than it does to Bernie Sanders. I think one of the things we've learned in the last few years is that Democrats have played it far too safe. They're not speaking to people's needs. They're not speaking to people's interests. Speaking to the fact that people need the rent to stay stable, that they need access to food, clothing, and shelter. That's what Mamdani is doing. And if for some reason he were not to be successful and didn't have a great mayoral administration, I don't think it would be fair to say that I see that as a referendum on his ideology any more than all the other unsuccessful mayors and governors around the country or presidents around the country and the world who have had unsuccessful campaigns as capitalists and imperialists and fascists. We don't say, oh, maybe we should try something different. Sometimes it's about changing the driver, and sometimes it's about changing the direction. What we saw in New York last night was that New Yorkers want to do both. They wanted new leadership, but they also want a new vision. And I think that that's something that Democrats should follow, because the way they've been working so far has not been working.
Okay, literally, the thing that I would be concerned about if I was Donald Trump and the Republicans is that the running theme behind all the successes the Democrats had last night was affordability. And there's no doubt the cost of living crisis coming out of the pandemic, inflation continuing. Trump can claim some wins in bringing some prices down, others not so good. But this ongoing running soar of the standard of living for people in the bottom bracket of society in America is not going away. People feel angry enough now to vote for people who they think are going to tackle as a priority affordability. It's been very striking to me that MAMDANI, he doesn't want to get involved much in foreign affairs. He wants to focus specifically on the ability of really impoverished New Yorkers who can't afford their groceries, who can't afford to rent a home, and so on. That has been something that's
what he need to be doing. That's what he need to be doing. Any mayor should be doing that. You got to put your damn city first. Like, you're here to lead the city, man. Like, once you get ready to be termed or get out of office, you can get to start thinking about other shit.
There's no doubt about that.
Mark, respectfully, it's great to be here with you, but I gotta address some of the claims that you made. This guy literally said he wants to seize the means of production, okay? We're not slapping a communist label on him just for our shits and giggles. He literally said this himself. And Aaron, as someone who has fundraised for Democrats, who's been in the game for a very long time, I can tell you that politicians at a high level, they vet every single person in the room. You better believe that no random person can just take a photo with Kamala Harris or Joe Biden. We vetted them. Someone actually who owed $40,000 to the IRS is booted out of the room because they didn't want him to be seen with Joe Biden, okay? So this is not just, this is very intentional on his part for you to say, oh, it was just some random dude who showed up. And not only did he take a photo with him, he decided to compliment him. That was a conscious decision. But Pierce, going back to what you said, he did a good job of campaigning on affordability, yes. But I also want to remind folks that we were heading in the right direction, so much so that Jerome Powell decided to lower interest rates not once but twice. So it takes a long time to bounce back from the mess that Joe Biden got us in, but we are moving in the right direction. And frankly, I know, Vinny, I love you to death, babe. I know you're upset about this, but I think this is the biggest gift for Republicans that we could possibly hope for, because honestly, Marxist MAMDANI, Rashida Tlaib, AOC, Jasmine Crockett, these people being the face of the Democratic Party is exactly what I want to run on going into 2026.
Okay, I want to just hold. Let me just hold the panel there. Let me hold the panel for a moment.
Yeah, because
I'm going to come back to the panel in a moment. I want to just bring in Frank Luntz, the pollster extraordinaire. Frank, your take on last night. I thought it was a very interesting set of results. Obviously, overall, a good night for the Democrats, but pulling in two very, very different directions. Moderates and then the socialists in New York.
The race, to me, that was by far the most important, didn't even feature a candidate. It was the ballot initiative in California, which some of your audience won't know much about, but that's going to allow the Democrats to completely rewrite the borders, the districts, the lines that will determine which voters vote in which areas. And that's going to give the Democrats 5 or maybe even 6 additional House seats. Now, Republicans had done it before in Texas. Democrats had a really bright, smart usage of language on the ballot to help them win that race, but it wasn't even close. That shift may well determine who controls Congress in 2026, and that's going to change history as we know it. That was the most significant race. I know it doesn't get the kind of yelling or kind of passion that the New York mayoral race does. I'm telling you that the California voters have absolutely changed, have uprooted what was going to happen in America, and that's going to be the big story that we're going to be talking about for months and even for years.
Really interesting, and I don't disagree with you at all. It's a seismic thing that happened in California. But on the point about the direction of the Democrat Party, MAMDANI is now the standout superstar of the party. He's come from nowhere, and he's like this incredibly charismatic. I watched his speech last night. He's taking it to Trump and so on. You know, I can see a lot of young Democrats in particular cheering him on, thinking this is great. But his politics are very, very different, for example, to somebody like Abigail Spanberger, who won in Virginia. Which way is the party going to go? Which is more electable? Can you win a general election in America, do you think, if you are a self-declared socialist?
Not. And the party's going in both directions. And the progressives had a great win yesterday, and a significant win. And they finally have a spokesman who's incredibly articulate and powerful. It helps the Bernie Sanders AOC wing of the party. The one who's probably most upset this morning is Chuck Schumer, because his Democratic Party is disappearing. On the Republican side, The party is no longer the party of Ronald Reagan. It's all about Donald Trump and his accolades. Both parties are moving in those directions away from the center. And in the end, there are going to be more and more Americans who look at both Republicans and Democrats and say, I can't vote for any of you. But Piers, you know I've been on this now for several years. I think the loser last night isn't the Republican Party. It's actually the American people. Because I see both parties rejecting the center, both parties rejecting a common sense approach and moving in these ideological directions. That does fire people up. That does excite younger people.
Yeah, DT, I got it. Thank you, DT. I sure appreciate it. As soon as I got off stream, I got it. Thank you, DT. Thank you.
People on the fringes. But in the end, there's so many Americans who believe that our democracy is not working anymore, as they do in the UK. And they believe that they're looking for someone with common sense, someone who is a centrist. And this is not necessarily where I stand. This is where the American people stand. And they don't see anyone who's speaking for them.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely right. I mean, do you see anybody on the horizon for the Democrats, for example, that would fit that bill? A sort of a new Bill Clinton-y figure?
Absolutely. The senator from New Jersey, Wes Moore, the governor of Maryland, Mitch Landrieu, the former mayor of New Orleans. These are people who focus on getting stuff done. Booker was formerly the mayor of Newark, turned that city around. And they have a record of accomplishment, a record of results, which is what the American people are looking for. And they practice accountability in what they do. They're not focused on Washington. They're not ideological. They would not come on this show and yell at each other. They would come to listen, learn, and lead. 3 Democrats that can make a difference. I'm going to repeat this so people check them out. Go on to YouTube to see their speeches. Go to Wikipedia to see their backgrounds. Cory Booker, New Jersey. Wes Moore, Maryland. And Mitch Landrieu, Louisiana. Incredible leaders, focused on results. And I know I sound like a Democrat. I know that's what the American people are looking for right now.
Putting your predictive hat on, take me forward to the midterms and then the general election. So 2026 first, then 2028. As things stand, what do you think is going to happen in both?
I've studied this. I know what history says, and history says the Democrats are going to win the House races, maybe not the Senate, because the majority is too much in favor of the Republicans. But after last night in California voting the way that it did, if I were a betting man, I'd bet on the Democrats winning the House very narrowly, Republicans keeping the Senate very narrowly, and the country once again going at each other. And we're going to have the most amazing election in 2028. If you were entertained by 2020, and a little bit scared about 2024, 2028 is going to be like The Godfather 2. It's going to be even better than what we saw in terms of competitiveness. The concern is whether or not it's better in terms of bringing voters back in, having them have faith, trust, and confidence in the American political system. Because in the end, Piers, ratings don't matter. I know they do for you, but they don't matter for America. Money doesn't matter. Happiness matters, success matters, trust and confidence in the system of government. Our patriotism matters, and our country matters. And I'm hoping that we will put people, truly, not a slogan, put people above politics in the years to come.
And Frank, finally, do you expect Donald Trump to try and change the rules so he can run again in 2028, or is he just trolling the libs, as he would put it?
I fully expect him to talk about it. I fully expect him not to do it. It is so clear what needs to be done, and there isn't enough time to get it done to stay relevant. I know that you and I have had these conversations now for about 10, 15 years. I know I sound different than what I used to, but we're in a different situation than what we used to be in. And I would hope that the president would acknowledge it's very difficult for a lot of people, that they're challenged. The Democrat on your show who talked about affordability, and here's that your message, that is absolutely correct. Afford your home, you can't afford your health care, if you can't even afford your fuel or your food, you're in trouble. And we need these people working together for all of us so that this affordability is addressed, this confidence is restored, and in the end, we have the country and the system that we deserve.
Frank Luntz, brilliant to have you on after such a big night for American politics. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Piers. I appreciate it.
Go back to the panel. Aaron Marte, I mean, as always, Frank cuts through a lot of the kind of tribalism and made some really good points there. What did you think about what he said?
Today's show is sponsored by Oxford Natural, makers of the Optimum TV's order. Every day you could help you before the IRS makes the next
room. How does that help average people? And that's the fundamental problem. Trump successfully tapped into real discontent. I'll give him credit for that. He tapped into real outrage over Democratic Party elite failures. But now you have someone in the face of Zohran Mamdani and his grassroots movement actually talking about the issue of affordability while presenting concrete proposals. And I think Frank Luntz is very correct to recognize that for Republicans who are the current party in power, they control the White House and both chambers of Congress, that this is a real problem for them. And by the way, also, Piers, if I may, on this issue of this pastor who keeps coming up, this Muslim leader who Zohran Mamdani took a photo with, again, if you look at the specifics of that case, he was an unindicted co-conspirator, former terrorism prosecutor, later criticized his inclusion in a list in that case because basically some of the suspects in the World Trade Center bombing attended his mosque around the time of the bombing. So that's like basically
Well, this is the hill you choose to die on. You are still apologizing for this guy? Wow.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
I can't believe that.
That's like, excuse me, I'll finish my sentence. I'll finish my sentence. I'll finish my sentence.
Honestly,
That's like,
everything
excuse
you
me,
could have talked about.
I'll finish. I didn't interrupt you. I'll finish my sentence. That's like blaming the pastor of George W. Bush's church for the Iraq War. And these are the smears of people who can't contend with the fact that you have a candidate in Zohran Mamdani who has grassroots support, record turnout in New York City, and is galvanizing people on the issues that impact their lives.
I think there's even. I apologize. I think there's even
co-conspirator meaning they can't prove that he was in the room, but he was in the room.
No, they can't prove anything.
That's all
it's a red herring. Give it up.
Bro, are you literally trying to stick up? Are you really trying to stick up for this guy? Are you really trying to stick up for this guy? And Piers,
he's a respected Muslim leader. You didn't do anything wrong. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. You're desperately trying.
Very desperate. Piers, mind you, on Sunday, Mamdani was in a gay club, pandering to the gay people to try to get votes. And let me explain something to you. People were like,
what do you mean pandering to gay people? What do you mean?
Right?
What do you mean pandering to gay people?
He was pandering.
You mean trying to campaign
because I'm going to finish right now because there's something.
Okay,
you know where he's from? Uganda. Do you know how Uganda treats gay people? Have you been to Uganda?
Yes.
Have you heard what Ugandans do?
Is Zohran Mamdani responsible for
he's a Muslim dude from there.
This is what I'm talking
what
about.
He's practicing, Piers, practicing is called taqiyya, okay? It's a practice in Islam, all right, Piers, that you deceive and you lie about stuff just to have people to further your Islam agenda. You're being duped, bro. You're being duped. He's a liar.
Hang on, Vinny. Hang on, just because he's from Uganda doesn't mean he agrees with all the policies of Ugandan governments.
He's Muslim, Piers. He's Muslim. How do Muslim people feel towards gays? Are you guys lost? Are you lost?
Well, there are many Muslims who have no problem with gays.
That's Muslim, bro. That's a Muslim.
Yeah, but there are many Muslims who have no problem with gays.
Can I just a couple of facts here? Because this is all really...
Hang on, let me bring in Mark and then Lindy. Mark.
A couple of things, just to inject some facts. One, taqiyya isn't about lying, and taqiyya is about concealing your faith as Muslim to get over the ostensibly in times of danger. At no point has Mamdani pretended not to be Muslim. If he had, you wouldn't be here arguing like this. Second, let me finish. Second, yes, he's from Uganda, where gay people often are harassed and killed, and there are anti-gay policies in Uganda. You know who they're organized by? Christians, not Muslims. If you just Google or read one book on Uganda, you'd understand that this is a Christian practice, not a Muslim practice. Third, when we talk about Siraj Wahaj, who's the imam who he was in the photo with, there's absolutely no evidence that he was in the room with 9/11 conspirators. That's not even being alleged by the prosecutors.
We're not even talking about 9/11. We're talking about the World Trade Center bombing. Two different things.
Please allow me to finish.
We're talking about World Trade number one.
Please allow me to finish.
You're not even getting the timeline right.
I accidentally said 9/11 as opposed to World Trade Center. That's not the point. I concede. I said the wrong word. Now I'm going to replace the wrong word with the right word, which is World Trade Center. The point still is the prosecutors don't allege that Wahaj was in the room. So there's no evidence of that, even by the people who you're appealing to for evidence. Wahaj took a picture. A better comparable example would be when Donald Trump takes a picture with Joey Merlino, the convicted mob boss, right? He did it because he didn't know who Joey Merlino was. So
Okay, but what about this? All right, Mark.
Who I don't
want to
is not a terrorist.
Okay, I don't want to
claim imam and celebrated in Brooklyn for his acts in the community, and that's what he was being praised for.
Look, time out.
What does
guys,
co-conspirator mean
hang
to
on,
you?
Lindy, hang on. I think we've discussed this particular part of the MAMDANI story enough. Here's the thing that I find extraordinary, and it's this, Lindy, which is he's on record, MAMDANI, as wanting to defund the New York Police Department.
Thank you, Pierce. I was just going to bring that up.
Calling them a bunch of racists. I would have thought, I mean, call me old-fashioned, but anybody that literally posted that the racist NYPD should be defunded, that would be disqualifying to be mayor of New York. And yet here he is, mayor of New York.
Why would that be disqualifying?
Pierce, amen. Thank
Why
you
would
for
that be
bringing
disqualifying?
This
to say
is
you
New York City.
Defund the NYPD.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
New York City.
What's the answer to the question?
Mark, it's my turn.
Let Lindy go
finish?
first, and I'll let you respond.
I'm not cutting you off. I'm asking a question.
Please, let me finish. 40% of unsolved murders in New York City, the biggest city in the country, and 40% of murders have been unsolved. And he wants to defund the police? Yeah, okay. And then according to some studies, 25% of New York, they want to flee because of his policies, okay? He's on a speedway to hell. And another thing is, Mark, I felt like I was talking to, what's his name? Frank Luntz. I felt like I was listening to a new age therapist. Like, is he crazy? He wants to put forward people like Wes Moore and Cory Booker. Let's go through his people. Like, for example, Cory Booker tried the presidential campaign thing already. He was polling at 1 to 2%. Okay, so we already tried that. The trial balloon failed. Number 2, Wes Moore. He lied about getting a Bronze Star.
Let's see what Trump talking about, chat. Let's see what Trump talking about at the White House real quick.
Consumers more than $1,000 per month, and some a lot more than that. Americans have been spending as much as 520% more for Zepbound and 1400%
went up this week too.
more for Wegovy than patients in Europe. Think of that. 1,400% more than a patient in Europe for the exact same box. And that ends starting today. The other countries are not happy with us. I don't think they like me too much, Bobby, but that's okay. Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk are committing to offer Zepbound and Wegovy at most favored nations rates for American patients. This will slash the cost of Wegovy from $1,350 a month to ultimately $250 a month. $1,350 to $250. Did I do a good job? They don't write about it. You know, they like to not write these things. And reduce. You think Biden could have done this? I don't think so.
What did he reduce?
The cost of Zepbound from $1,080 to $346. In addition, they're both committing that future GLP-1 weight loss drugs taken orally, which are currently under development, will be sold at no more than $149 per month. It's a massive. Think of that. You go from $1,300 to $149 a month. We anticipate these new versions will be coming out in a very short period of time. All of these drugs will be available directly to the consumer at TrumpRx.gov. Trump, they want to use my name. Trump, it better be good. TrumpRx.gov. And I think it's turning out to be pretty amazing, right? Just as significantly, Medicare and Medicaid will finally cover the cost of these weight loss drugs for millions of patients suffering from obesity. Co-pays for Medicare patients will be as low as $50. This is tremendous savings. I mean, now you're talking about from $1,350 to $50. This is tremendous news for the American seniors. And you all remember what I had 1/8 of 1% for the year. I cut it 1/8, and I was so thrilled. But now we're cutting it 1,000%, 1,200%. Nobody's ever seen anything like this. Nobody else could have done it, but I say that modestly. In addition, you think it was easy dealing with these people? It wasn't. think it was easy saying your drug, Mr. Eli Lilly, that we're selling for $1,300 is going to be sold for $250. You know the amazing thing, the stocks all went up. I mean, these guys they're fantastic because it's going to equalize the world. The world's a bigger place, and it's going to equalize. I was a little surprised to see that, but I'm happy about it. In addition, Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk have agreed to provide all of their other medications to Medicaid at most favored nations prices. Most favored nations, meaning that you will pay the lowest price anywhere in the world. That's what you're going to pay. Whereas before they paid low prices and we paid, you know, thousands of percentile ahead more. And to sell these drugs to all consumers at deeply discounted prices via TrumpRx.com. When is TrumpRx.com opening?
The site is open. It will launch in terms of giving people prices before the end of the year.
Okay. Got to make sure it's successful. It's got my name on it. I don't want to be like so many others. I don't want to be like the train they're building in California. Okay, which has about 15,000% cost overrun. Or for the beautiful Obama building that he's building in Chicago for the museum, which is now shuttered up and dead. They got it up, and they couldn't finish. It's about, would you say, 5 years behind schedule? And about 2,000% over budget. Then he tells us how to run Medicaid. Many of the most widely used drugs will be available for 60% off, or even more than that. In addition, all new medications introduced by Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk to the American market will be sold at the heavily reduced most favored nations price. Most favored nations price, that's the best. Because they have been thousands of percent lower than what we were selling in many cases. Furthermore, Eli Lilly is investing $27 billion. That's all. And Novo Nordisk will invest $10 billion. That's all. That's peanuts. In the United States to reshore and do a big domestic manufacturing job in the facilities they're going to spend. So Eli Lilly will spend $27 billion. Novo is spending $10 billion in the United States. So they're building new plant and equipment. That's part of what will be $20 or $21 trillion this year. There's never been anything like it. I know nobody talks about it, but there's never been anything like, I would say, you would say, that there's never been anything like this ever, whether it's China or Europe, or you could take all of Europe, there's never been anything like this. So we're already past 17 trillion. We're going to be, I think by the time the year closes out, we'll have investments of over $21 trillion based on the way we're going. And by the way, tariffs are very important. Without tariffs, perhaps it could be a little bit different, to put it mildly. Tariffs are so important. The decision in the Supreme Court would be devastating to our country if we got a negative, devastating if we got a negative decision. But this is a great day for American health and healthcare, and for all of American patients. These are things that are miracles to have this happen. And they're, you know, we're bringing all our medicines, again, because of tariffs, we're bringing all our medicines. If you remember where during COVID we made...
All right, Trump's talking about medicine. Chat, we finna get up out of here, man. We'll be back later, man. My bad, DT. I should have turned it up. But we'll be back later on, chat. I'm gonna get some things together and get ready for tonight's show. I do got videos scheduled to upload. Be sure to subscribe to the backup channel, Pluxation Clips and Debate Nation, man. I'll see y'all later on, chat. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me.